Please, allow me to show you something.
Black, run that shit back, man.
hard to fit in when no one else can match it. I stay up my hours, but I'm stuck in the castle. I just play it cool, I like to keep it casual. Grandma calls me handsome, so I know that that's true. It's hard to stay humble when they put you at the front of it all. Gotta learn to hold your tongue, that's why I always mumble when I talk. It's not my fault, I look good when I do what I do.
What's going on? Welcome back to another Media Man Live on this great Friday night. We're going to have a good time. I got a couple videos first from Love Connection. You guys are going to enjoy those. And then we're going to go into the Rolanda episode with Lil Kim. And then it's a special guest actually on that Lil Kim interview. And then also we could go back to Love Connection so we can have a great Friday, man. I'm glad y'all decided to take some time out on this Good Friday to spend some time with your boy, so we can have some laughs, some good fun, and also see how dating is supposed to go for the single folks out there. Even though some couples may not work out, they may not be a match. However, they are very cordial with one another. They seem to work, at trying to make the date as great as possible. So, yeah, I think these are kind of giving us some insight on how a good date should actually go, okay? And I enjoy doing these reviews and looking, back in the past just to see what was going on. So, yeah, you guys will have fun. We got 32 folks in the building. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Let me see who my guy William sent in his super chat already with the $4.99 bomb. Said, brother Media Man, what up, though? Peace and blessings to you. Let me give you a drop.
I took it back to my old energy, and she telling me she feel the chemistry. That's bullshit. She just know I'm rich, but keep going, sweetie.
All right, good to see you, brother. And we got TU in the building, one of the members. Greatly appreciated. Good to see you here. Said another one. And then we also got Mona in the building. What up, though? Good to see you here. Oh, I actually got a video that I want to play before we get into the Love Connection shenanigans. Thank you for being there, Mona. I greatly appreciate it. Love to see y'all. 33 folks. Oh, yeah, this is going to be good, man. I enjoy doing this, and I like putting the content out, and I see the positive, messages under these Love Connections. It was somebody said, I'm going to read a couple of them because this was pretty good. Hold on. Let's see here. Somebody said, this is beautiful. I was like, man, that's pretty good. And then somebody said, Chuck was the GOAT of matchmaking. He is likely responsible for starting many families back then. Yeah, and I agree, man. It was just so calm and so inviting. It was amazing. So I love to see it's men and women, they comment under the Love Connection videos and they'll say, man, this is how dating is supposed to go. People were so much nicer back then. They were dressed very well. I think we need to get back to that, and for the single folks out there, take dating a little bit more serious and have some fun, in the process, and not trying, date as many as possible, getting free food and all that type of stuff. Yeah, man, if you just go back to how the 80s used to date, I think this was great. So here, let me see here. We got another super chat. We got HVAC Man in the building, $10 bomb. Said, missed the live yesterday, but fellas, I heard a Michigan coach lost everything. Plus, fellas, I come to the conclusion you can't save every black woman. His brother, you got something to make up, man. We have to rid ourselves of Superman complex. I agree, brother. I definitely agree. Good to see you here, HVAC Man. Hold on, let me give you a drop. Where we at?
I'ma just see these and bump into them, put gun to them, run through them, make them dookie, gas station sushi. Yeah.
Good to see you here, brother. Let me see here what else we got. Hold on. Let me check everything. Is the picture good? Put a 1 in the chat if the picture good. If I have to start this over, I don't want to start over. We know what happened last time. So got to make sure the pictures are good. Hold on. Let me get this off the screen real quick so we can share the first video that I forgot to share and discuss yesterday. Let's see here. Okay, let's leave that right there. Bam. Cool. I'll wait. No, I'll wait. Put a 1 in the chat if the picture is good. Let me see here. Hold on. I'll wait. Let me make sure I'm good. Hold on. This is important. Let me see. All right. So we okay, it's looking good. We cooking. Okay. Cool. I was able to check it. So we in there. So the first video that I want to share, and thank you guys, everybody that sent me this video. This is probably one of the most shared or requested videos that people sent me on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook. I got a bunch of people sending me this small little clip, and it comes from the YouTube channel Madame Noir. And as you guys know, Madame Noir is responsible for some of the most salacious things being said about black men. And I'll say that much to keep it kind of light or whatever, right? And also they had some of the most salacious, black women that have said some disparaging things about black men in the past. But this time they had Stacey Abrams up there, and also Jessie Wu. She is notorious for talking crazy about black men, and also L'Oreal. She is the woman who went viral for on the red carpet when she was interviewing Michael B. Jordan, and he called her out about making fun of him when they went to high school together. So that is that same woman. So I'm pretty sure you guys seen it, but I'm gonna discuss some things here in a second. But I'm glad this actually happened, because I'm actually planning a video to I'm doing a video on demand. You guys know how long these videos take, and I'm somewhat cataloging all of the lies that I have encountered on social media that were being spread about black men, and how they were coming from black women and also white men in particular. And this video is very important to this this little breakdown that I'm going to do maybe this weekend. Hopefully I'll have time on Sunday to sit down and record this, but this video right here is gonna be very important, and I'm going to tell you guys why. So let's take a look at it. Let's see what happens.
Well, I do want to bring up, and to me I feel like this is something not to point fingers or the blame, because I feel like when you divide, obviously that's when you conquer, right? But a big part of the people that I know was not going for Kamala, let's just talk about that whole situation. It wasn't us. It wasn't the black women that wasn't going out and voting.
Okay, and I'm pretty sure everybody up there knew where she was going. I have to stop her right there. She said she wasn't trying to, blame or point fingers. But right after she said that, she's going to blame and point fingers. Okay, let's continue.
Honestly, I spoke to a lot of black men, and they were not going out to vote.
Statistics tell us that most black men that voted did vote for Kamala.
Exactly.
So that was shocking to me. I did not expect Jessie Wu to come to the defense of black men. I honestly didn't. When I first saw it, I was like, yeah, I know she's probably going to co-sign this. But for her to say, oh, hold on now. And it may be because I believe Jessie Wu is an educated woman, and I'm pretty sure she was involved in the voting process. She probably voted for Stacey Abrams, so she has a vested interest into that. Because if it was true that black men didn't vote for Stacey Abrams, I'm pretty sure I would have heard Jessie Wu talk about it. But when Stacey Abrams lost, she probably was like, let me look at, the polls and see what happened. And the statistics and the data showed that black men did vote for Stacey Abrams. So she really didn't have nothing to speak on, on that about. So she had to jump in and say, hey, black men did vote for him. So, yeah, so let's continue. Here we go.
Well, I'm talking about people like now on radio, I have a lot of people that call in, and they made it very, very clear that they were never going to vote for Kamala ever.
All right. So now you guys kind of understand why this video is going to be imperative for my video on demand that I'm going to do. She just used her anecdotal evidence, which we see all the time on social media. If there's one black woman that had a bad experience with a black man in regards to dating, guess what? All black men are responsible. Now we get to see this in real time. Okay. So she just said on radio there were black men calling in saying that they're not going to vote for Stacey Abrams. Anecdotal evidence, right? Let's continue.
That's what they said. They said they'd take anyone over her.
So I will say this. So having experienced this myself, I can speak from a place of both power and information. Okay. Sexism is absolutely real in every community. Racism is absolutely real. But let's look at the data. And what the data says is that black men support black women. Black women support black women the most. Yeah. But the next highest support system, black men. Now, a lot of folks who call in to tell you what they are going to do weren't planning to do anything anyway.
They didn't vote at all.
And so we need to remember that disinformation often comes by planting people in our communities to fracture our belief systems.
So this seems like it came from one of my videos that I was trying to explain to the black community. This is how we are broken down. It's propaganda. And that's why you see both black men and women sharing false narratives about black men in particular, because they don't do the research for themselves. Stacey Abrams has to be involved in understanding the data about the exit polls and all this type of stuff, right? She's a politician. So for her to just say that, I'm pretty sure that she has a vested interest in what's going on. So she had to correct this young lady. And yes, she did correct this young lady. I don't like when people was trying to downplay it and said, I think that was just a conversation between black. No. She had to stop her in the tracks. She did it respectfully, of course, but she had to explain to this young lady what you're saying is false. Okay. So I like this video for the fact that we now get to see that black women do understand statistics. So now you guys understand why this video is so important for my videos, because guess what's going to be my lead in for my next video on demand? This right here, because this is going to set the table in regards to how I understand that black women do understand statistics. And I'm going to use this as an example. Because for one, we had a woman trying to use an anecdotal experience, and then we have Stacey Abrams saying, no, the data says, so now they can't refute it. You see what I'm saying? And it's just like the black men being the most involved fathers. That statistic typically gets thrown out amongst black women and black men who hate themselves, right? They'll say that was a self-reported survey. And we discussed this before, because we all know self-reported surveys tends to be like lowest on the total poll in regards to data, right? But then when I, provide, accurate statistics that, couple with that study, then it proves that black men are still the most involved fathers. But what I learned is that the black community likes to discredit that statistic. But then I see black women accepting the black women and white men divorce less. You guys have heard this before, right? But the funny thing is, both of those studies were self-surveys. Did y'all know this? Let me put you up on game, and this will be in my video. Both of those studies were self-reported surveys, meaning that when they did the fatherhood studies, they had to interview black men. When they did the studies for black women and white men to say that they were divorced at the lowest rate, guess what they did? Self-reported studies. But you never hear black women discredit that study, even though both studies came from the National Survey of Family Growth, the same CDC report. Okay, so that's going to be a lead-in to my next video. With this, I'm going to couple it so I can explain to the black people, and especially black men who get on their high horse and say, black men, you need to stop talking about this. Wait till this video comes out, because I'm going to show you guys how much I've had to deal with when I see hundreds of black women co-sign videos from black women saying that black men did this. Black men don't, they don't fit the bill here. We've had it. I've seen black men have our death rates be weaponized against us. I've seen black men have, being in nursing homes weaponized against us. Black men, not making more money than black women, false narratives, the fatherhood. I can go down the list, and I'm going to take, I'm going to go down my, my catalog of videos, and I'm going to get all of this stuff to show black men in particular who have a problem with what I do over here, And why you always focus on black women, I'm going to explain to you why. Because the majority of those videos that I have to respond to and level set the conversation, they come from black women, and also they coincide with white supremacist narratives. Black women get their information from those white guys, and then they regurgitate the information and bring it to the black community. And that's when I step in. So I seen some sort of, there's a mix there between white men and black women on social media. And I'm going to pair it perfectly because I needed this video to show the black community that we do understand statistics. So now this gives me free reign to go ham, okay? And do everything that I've been doing. That's why I put out the course that I did for you guys to explain how this is going to go. Okay, so the black community just showed your hand. I'm glad Stacey Abrams did this, and I see a lot of black women co-signing this too. I'm glad. Wait till I cook. Let's continue.
Black men voted for me at the same rate they voted for Raphael Warnock. If you heard the news, black men couldn't stand me, and that is designed to fracture our communities. I think it is so important that you raise that, because one of the misinformation points is that they leverage our inherent mistrust of systems to convince us that we don't have the support that we need.
That's right.
My responsibility is to never let them tell me that my brothers don't love me as much as my sisters do.
Amen. That's right.
Thank you. And that's and again, and let me explain this for the people who are new here. And shout out to Madame Noir for putting this video out. So my thought process and what I've learned on this channel is that if black women believe that black men don't make enough money, if black women believe that they're married, that black women are married at a higher rate than black men, or black men don't want to get married, if black women believe that white men, when they marry white men, they divorce at the lowest rate, so they should just go and find another race of men because black men don't fit the bill. Okay, all these narratives, these false narratives that have been spread for decades about black men. I understand why every generation of black women feel that black men are less than, because they believe the propaganda, the stereotypes, the false narratives about black men, which leads us to present day. This is why you see black women talking all crazy on social media about black men, because the generations before us, the decades before us, right? They allowed these narratives to be spread in the black community. The 1 in 3 black men have a felony, all this type of stuff. Half of black men in prison, half of black men are gay, all this type of stuff. So in black women's mind, they're like, damn, these dudes are Neanderthals. You know what I'm saying? They're not doing anything. They're crazy. We own more businesses than them. We're more highly educated than them. So that's why they have this thought process about black men. Okay? So then when I come in and I give you statistics and I show you, hey, this is not true. This is actually what black men are doing for the black community. That's a culture shock to the black community as a whole, because they are used to just simply blaming Jermaine. Make sense? So if you rock that boat with the statistics, then that disrupts the apple cart, so to speak. They're like, oh, hell no. Black men gotta be ain't shit. This can't be true. All this stuff that we believe, it can't be true. A white man told us that black men wouldn't shit. A white man told us that black men are responsible for 50% of the deletions. So they have to believe it. And that's why it's tough to break, because their bias already sits them on a throne, saying that black men are down here, black women are up here. So that's why my video is going to be important, so I can show the black community as a whole. This is how they shape the thought process of black women. And this is why black men, being the leaders of the black community, they are starting to separate themselves from the black community and finding love elsewhere, which is the highest, is the most important thing in the black community. If we had family, if we came together, then we would probably make a little bit more progress. But since black women are under the impression that black men are less than, and they think that it's better when they marry white men, black men just took a step back and they decided to pivot. And they're like, hey, if you guys feel like that, cool. We used to argue with you. We used to argue with you on social media from like 2014 to, I would say, 2023. But now black men are just moving, where they're appreciated, as they say. And that is a reality for black men. because I hear that I think that narrative started with black women saying we're gonna just go where we're appreciated. Where? Black men? Because it sure ain't white men. And I always challenge white men on this. I pray that a white man tries to rebut me on that. You know, we love black women. Okay, marry them. Let's see that. Okay, so this is why I was so shocked at this video, because you have black women who obviously, you know, L'Oreal, she don't like black men. She has a disdain for black men. And then you have Stacey Abrams up there. And also I'm gonna tell you guys this. I hesitated. I was, you know, my friend sent me this and he was talking about it. I was clapping at first. I was like, yeah. And I was like, hold on now. Why is Stacey Abrams speaking up for black men? And then I started to think, because she has a vested interest in keeping that black man vote. You see what I'm saying? So I'm now, what this space has done to me, and I told you guys this before, now I'm skeptical about all these, you know, movements of we love you black men from black women. And I never had that until I got into content creator and the social media and seeing the true story of what happens in the black community. And that's one of the drawbacks that this, you know, discourse about the black community and the gender wars, that's what caused that. I didn't used to have that. Okay, now I do. So now I had to take a step back and I was like, what is she doing this for? Is this genuine? You know, because when she runs again, she don't want to, you know, she doesn't want to offend black men by letting that shit ride. So she had to speak up. And then I started to question, like, man, would she have spoken up if that woman would have said something about black men being deadbeats? You see what I'm saying? That in my heart, in my mind, that was never there until probably like the past 2 years. And it's something that I had to learn. It's sad, but it's necessary. And the second thing that I thought about, I was like, well, you see how Stacey Abrams just checked that woman publicly? Why can't black men do that? Why can't black men do the research for themselves? And if you see somebody on social media or on a panel or a platform and they say something false about black men, why haven't I seen black men do that? That's my biggest issue with the black men in the black community. You see what Stacey Abrams just did? Use that as a model and you do the same fucking thing. Because I'm getting tired of black men sitting idly by, allowing black women and white men to just speak badly and poorly about you, and you just sitting there dumb because you haven't done the research for yourselves. So when they say something about black men, yeah, we do have something where we got to figure out, yeah, you know, the black men ain't in the household. If I see one fucking black man say some shit about black men not being in the household, my God, you guys are fucking embarrassing. Do the research. Everybody quotes that same damn study. 1950s, we was married at a higher rate. We was married at 70%. So were black men out of the house then when we were married at a 70% rate? Fast forward to the 1960s, 55 to 60%. Fast forward to the 70s, 50 to 55%. Fast forward to the 90s when we're about 45 to 50%. So when was black men supposedly out of the household? If I'm sitting there telling you that only 46% of black men have ever fathered children, and the majority of those black men, present day, 55%, are living with their children 100% of the time, whether married or co-residential. And you still got dumbass black men out there saying that the problem in the black community is fatherless households? Are you stupid? So that's why I go off on black men. Because y'all make us look ignorant when you get into on these public platforms and you don't know the history of your fellow man. That's your fault. You the one looking stupid. Okay? So from this moment forward, don't ever let me hear if you involved with me and you want my support, if you ever bring up that false ass narrative about black men not being involved in the household, you cut off. Okay? Because I'm getting tired of this shit, man. You're using it as a crutch. That shit is over. It's done. It ain't never been an issue. Okay? And I'm going to explain all this shit in my video. It seemed like I'm promoting it because I am, because it's going to be very important. Because I'm getting tired of black men getting on shows saying this shit. Stop using it as a catch-all. It's not true. You need to focus your attention on black women's black women's maternal patterns. That's where the issue is in the black community. Okay? A lot of these dudes are so dumb. When you hear 70% children at a wedlock rate, you automatically assume that means 70% of black men fathered those 70% of children. No, dummy. Okay? It's an inverse ratio. What you're talking about is a 1-to-1 ratio. It don't work like that. Black women don't choose partners like that. Okay? If you have 70 black women and you have 70 black men and they 1-to-1 ratio with each other and have children, it don't work like that. Black women are selective in the type of men that they decide to procreate with. And sometimes they are some of the lowest of the low, because we know our women are attracted to a lot of, less than men, which are the minority in the black community. And for some odd reason, they tend to find those guys. And those guys keep passing them around. And that's why you get the 69.3% children at a wedlock rate. That does not mean that all black men have a part in that. Okay? Black community got to smarten up, man. Because the more time we spend focus on spreading false ass narratives about black fatherhood, the less time we have to try and change and help black women and let them know, hey, y'all need to get this shit under control. Okay? It's crazy, man. This shit is crazy. But yeah, I'm glad that video came out. So just wait. Now I'm fired up to make some time to record this, hopefully on Sunday, because it's necessary, especially for black men. Y'all, some of y'all make me sick, man. All right, let me get to the super chats. I think I missed some. HVAC man, $2 bomb said, here's the thing. Black men voted for Kamala 78%. Yeah, man, it's false narratives. Lord, nothing is ever, it's always, a movement of the goalposts. At first it was, everybody thought the majority of black men were deadbeat fathers. I debunked that and say it's 55% are in their children's lives 100% of the time. Now people are like, well, that's still close to only half. It's still the lowest among all other men. It's like anything black men do, it's not good enough. And that's why I keep telling y'all, stop weighing your decisions on what black women say. Okay? That is not what you need to do. You do not move to the drum of what black women say on social media. You are the leaders. You control your lives. You control whatever you want to do. If you decide to date a younger woman, who is going to knock on your door from the black community and tell you you're wrong? Because the majority of people ain't even content creators. So they don't know what the fuck you're doing in your personal life anyway. So why do you care? Okay? Same thing if you decide to date outside your race. Who is going to show up to your household and tell you that you're wrong? They're going to sit there and pick it? They don't know you. Who cares? All right? Y'all got to learn that. The only time that we talk about this stuff is because I'm a content creator, man. So I got to talk about this shit. But y'all ain't me. You ain't up here speaking for black men. You don't have to, because you got me. So in your personal lives, do whatever the hell you want to do. What's best for you? Okay? Let's see here. Everyone's Reek. What up, though? Said, I thought that was Jesse Wu. Salute Media Man in chat. Yeah, that was shocking to me. My guy, Pretty Boy, with another 5 Media Man memberships. What up, though? Hold on. Let me give you a drop. I know I got something up here. Here we go.
Because I study PI, MP, ology, but logically be learning these hoes biology. Obviously, well.
Thank you, good brother. Appreciate it. If you were so lucky to grab one of those memberships from Pretty Boy 79, please make sure you send them a thank you, put it in the chat, and make sure you maintain it. We are cooking, man. I can't wait to open up the members only live streams again, man. Thank you, Pretty Boy, and I expect to see you in there, brother. Thank you, man. Let's see here. And we got HVAC man, $5 bomb said, Media Man, those black men are weak. I mean, come on. I'm not trying to say people's name. You know it is. It's a prime example. Some of these dudes need a fade because this is going too far. Black men quit being weak. I just don't like the fact that we can allow a black woman to get up there and say that. And then, black men got to hold their tongue. Hold on. Well, let me just say this. Oh, yuck. Yuck. Let's see here. Okay, cool. We got all the super. Yeah, I got all the super chats. Cool. Oh, we got 70 watching, Pooh Man. Yeah. Thank you. And we got Flashback Man say you skipped 2 chats. I did. And see. Wait, hold on. Okay. Flashback Man says with the $5 bomb says Stacey is right, but once Trump or Governor Kemp in her case got a hold of Gen Z, particularly when white men, that was it. Okay. And then HVAC Man $5 super chat said, and see, black men now have stopped responding. Once this happens in full force among Gen Z and millennials, the black community is going to implode. Yeah, and I've been trying to, you've been here, HVAC Man. I've been cataloging this stuff for a while now, and it's been a progression of black men just being, somewhat indifferent to what the black community is saying. And I think it's necessary because I don't think they understand that black men are desirable out here. Black men are getting married. That old statistic that black women keep quoting, it's false now. Black men's interracial marriage rates is 21% of all married black men. 21%. And I know that's people, well, we still married 79%. Newsflash, buddy. In 2015, people still quoting the 85%. You remember that? Everybody on social media still, well, black men are married to black women at an 85% clip. It's done, bro. It's gone. In 9 years, it has increased to 21% black community. You see how significant that is? That's higher than the marriage rate for black men and black women to black men. You see how important that is? What you think is going to be in 2027 when black men's marriage rates are expected to increase to 40%? And we have so many black women saying they don't want marriage and they want to freeze eggs and shit like that. Black men, they're not relegated to marrying black women anymore, especially black women saying that they don't want marriage. Y'all expecting black men to change your mind? That shit is done. You know what I'm saying? You could go out on the dating market. I don't want marriage. And then you're going to find some simp in shining armor come around and be like, no, sister, let me change your mind because you do want to get married to me. Oh, he just came when I least expected. That shit's done. Okay? You better be smart and speak up. Okay? Because you will get used on this dating market. If you go out there, and I'm speaking to black women, you go your happy asses out there and you with this indifference. I don't want to get married or I don't know about it. Dude's going to listen to you. They're going to look you up and down, see if you got cheeks. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'll run with it for a little bit, and then I'm going to send you off. Okay, and you're going to be looking stupid. Make a TikTok video out of them. So what? So be it. So be it. So be it. Air Force Rick, $5 super chat, said, Medium Man, have you seen the video of the Hispanic woman saying she done dated black men? And the comments from other women are crazy. I got sent that video too. It's going in my video on demand. And guess what I'm highlighting? The comments. I got it. I got sent somebody tagged me in it on Threads. And it was another video of this woman. Hold on. I got some video saved. I'm pretty sure y'all know who this woman is. This one. Y'all seen this video? Dear black men, you guys are losing at a very rapid rate. And you know what she highlighted? She said that black men are losing black women to white men. It's going in the video. I'm a mad genius. I got it. I got it, Air Force Rick. Oh man. Uh-huh. We supposedly losing black women to white men. Okay. Yeah. All right. So let's have some fun. Black man. I love black men. I love black women, man. But hey, this video got to come out. I seen it all. I seen it. I got it all, man. I'm just compiling data. Oh, yeah. And you know what else is going in there? Where we had that panel of black women on Clubhouse asking them white supremacists to off black men And that video where it was black women saying that they're going to delete black male babies. Oh, egregious. I got it all. I got it all. It's all going in there. Yeah, we gonna put a mirror up to the black community and let them see what your deified sisters have been saying about your fellow black men and what they have been championing and supporting. Yeah, mirror, black community. I got your ass. I got you. All right, let's see here. So let's get to it, man. Hold on. Let's share the screen. Some love connection on you suck MCs. All right, Chuck Woolery. Yeah. And this is from a channel called Ziggy. He puts these videos out. All right. So let's get to it, man. Our first one is up. Let me make sure it's good.
Okay, we're back. This time we're going to meet another woman who chose a date from our video file. She enjoys photography and jogging. And earlier we heard that she had to reject a marriage proposal on a first.
Man, she is attractive. Look at that. Look at those eyes. Man, they were so pretty back then. Goodness, 25 years old. Never been married, administrative assistant. My goodness. Okay, here we go. What you think, fellas?
Please welcome Antoinette McGilbert.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at her shape. Look at it. Look at this. In shape, absolutely amazing. Look at this. Look.
Come sit down. Now you want me to call you Ann, right?
Yes, please.
Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Tell me about this marriage proposal on your first date.
Well, I had gone out with a gentleman that I had met, and I had a glass of champagne while we were eating, and he asked me to marry him, and I thought he was joking. And I said, sure. And he calls his mother, and he says, she lived out of state, and he called her, and he says, Mom, this is the woman I'm going to marry. And I thought he was actually talking to one of his friends. So we got in the car, and the next thing I knew, we were on the way to Vegas, and I was trying to see how far he was going to go with this joke. So anyway, I convinced him to go back.
It wasn't a joke.
Home. Probably was, and he just wanted to see if I was.
See how far you.
Hey, I hope y'all ain't promising marriage to these women to try and sneak in, man. You know, this dude, oh yeah, this is my wife. It's like, hey, come on, man. You could do things a little bit better.
Go with the joke. Have you had many proposals since then?
A few.
How many times have you been proposed to that you can think of?
About 8.
Wow.
Gee, that's a lot.
Hey, Kevin Samuels was right again. Engagement queens. She been proposed to 8 times, and she said she only took 2 serious, I believe. Here it is. All right.
What? I mean, marriage is a serious thing. 8 proposals.
Only 2 that I took serious.
That were really serious. Okay. I tell you what. But now that we know a little about you, we're going to show you a portion of the tapes that Ann saw. Now watch very closely, because we're going to ask you to vote again, okay? First, there was Hilaron. Now, he's from New Orleans. He likes to play tennis and chess and says that women are...
Who is this? Mr. Monopoly? Hey, now, this brother say that he's 25. We cutting the show early.
Afraid to let their feelings...
Okay, I'll accept 34.
Show.
And he's an insurance broker. The brother got ducats. That's a nice suit.
I don't speak for women because I don't date men, you understand?
Yeah.
Do tend to refrain from wanting to express themselves, like the fear of exposure. It's a lot of women I've met and seen just through talking, not that I've known intimately or whatever, have been hurt or damaged, or they feel that they've got to protect.
Yes, somebody said he's 64. Man, he's 34, and I promise you, this man. Why they was more? I don't know. They were more. I don't want to say weathered, but they were more experienced, more mature, I guess.
Themselves.
Okay, next there was.
Mona said, "I won't accept 34." Yo, I won't accept it.
Andrew, now he rides motorcycles and he likes automobiles so much but he compares cars to women and women to cars.
I'm slim, and
Well, he's an auto dealer, so they said he compares women to cars.
I very rarely date slim women. I prefer stocky women. They have to be built like I prefer a woman built like a 49 Fleetwood. You ever seen a 49 Fleetwood? It's got everything.
Hey, is that Malik? He said he likes stocky women. Is that Malik in there? Malik, is that you? You running around here? Stocky women. I've never heard a woman described as stocky, but I'm assuming that means plump, voluptuous, plus size, thickums. I don't know. Here we go.
Whatever you need, it's all there.
Finally, you're watching Gregory. Gregory's from Vermont. He says women like his smile and his dating seems to go in cycles.
Who is this? Smokey Robinson? All right.
I go through periods where I refuse to date, and then someone suddenly bursts my bubble and says, you have to go out with me. And I go through periods where it seems like women drop into my lap.
Oh.
You know, I'm...
Hey, he got it like that. He's stunting on all you brothers in the chat. You know what I'm saying? They just fall into his lap like nothing. You know, old Poindexter over here.
meet them in taxi cabs like the commercial where you both get into the same taxi.
Poindexter. I did study. Y'all remember that Martin episode, DMV? Poindexter? Yo.
All right, now before we find out who Ann chose as her date, let's meet all three of these gentlemen once more, okay? First, there was Hilaron, a 34-year-old insurance broker, then Andrew, who works with cars, and he's 28. Finally, Gregory, a 27-year-old musician.
Okay.
Okay, audience.
And that's probably why he's getting cheeks.
It's time to vote again. Who do you think is the best man for Ann? Here in the studio and at home, too. Please make your choice right now, okay? Now, we'll get to the results of the audience vote a little bit later on, but right now, let's find out who Ann selected. Who? Ann? Who did you...
Who y'all think? We got through. Oh, shit, I got a super. Hey, Mr. Walker, what up, though? Good to see you, brother, with super sticker, $5 bomb. What up, though? Yeah, man, we got some fun, man. Thank you for being here, brother. Shout out to SBC Nation, man. Thank you. Let's see here. All right, so what y'all think? 1, 2, or 3? I'll just leave it up there for a little bit. That is a beautiful woman, man. Skin, everything. Let's see here. Let me see. Let's see. What y'all think? Who's she choosing? Mr. Peanut, Fleetwood Mac, and Poindexter. 3. Okay, everyone's Rick said 3. Okay. We got 1. Let's see.
Choose.
I chose Andrew.
You chose Andrew. Okay, now we always hear both sides of the story
Oh,
on
wow.
Love Connection.
That's a shock because she's a nice slim woman. He told me he likes stocky women.
Andrew's backstage, so let's say hello to Andrew Harding. Hi, Andrew. Andrew, I've got to ask you the obvious question. What kind of car did you think that Ann looked like?
Jaguar.
Hey,
A Jaguar.
man. Look at her. Yeah, nice, sleek Jaguar. Jag over there. Yeah, she is in shape. Man, okay, Jaguar.
Oh, I like that. Classy. Yeah. Tell us about your date with Andrew. I can't wait to hear this.
Well, I called him up on the phone to arrange the date, and he felt that it was a little unfair that he hadn't seen me and I had seen the tapes of him. So we got together that evening. I gave him directions to my house, and I had just recently moved in. So the directions I gave him were a little off. He got very lost.
East and west.
Man, so they didn't have GPS back then. So you know how easy it is for people to, send directions now. They actually had make a left at this, then you're going to see this street. You make a right here. We ain't got to deal with that now. But I remember the days when we used to have to do that, and driving cross country where we had to actually have maps. I'm glad I joined the military and went to navigation school. So I still know how to, read a map. So
How off were they, Andrew?
If she tells you to go east, go west.
Oh, I see.
Okay, so he got back on the freeway, and it took him a while longer, and he still didn't show up. So I got another phone call, and he was on the phone. He says, Ann, I'm at this certain point. I'm not budging until you come and get me because I'm not that.
Well, Andrew, did you do this?
Well, if you drive a car that burns, what, you go 8 miles to a gallon, you've been driving for 2 hours.
So anyway, you're stuck out there in traffic and calling on the phone. He told you to come get him.
Right, I said, Andrew, you're right around the corner from me. He says, no, I'm not budging. I
He ain't
want to
going
get lost
nowhere.
again. So I went around the corner. It took 2 minutes actually to get there. And he followed me back to my house. We dropped my car off and we went to dinner.
So you decided to go out once you saw
It
her,
was
huh?
breakfast.
I was going to say,
Breakfast.
what time?
Breakfast.
What time was it, Andrew, when you finally got there?
It was, with the bewitching hour, it was past 12 now. It was like breakfast.
Andrew, let me ask you a question. You say you prefer stocky women.
Yeah.
Right?
Let's get into that, Andrew. Let's get to it.
Yes.
What's wrong with slim women?
Are we on the air?
Believe me, Andrew, you're on the air, pal.
You know what that dude, you know what he want to say. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I like, all that, all that there. Yeah, you're a nasty ass dude. Hold on.
Let it all hang out.
Let it all hang out, Chuck. You know what it is. Listen to Chuck. Hold on. Let it all hang out. That's what I'm talking about.
Let it all hang out.
Yeah.
This is the time. What's wrong with slim women? Tell me the truth.
I'm slim.
I know you're slim.
There.
Well, when you're used to being around bigger things.
This dude nasty, man. Hey, he seems like he don't mind being a number 10 walking down the street. He's the number 1, and then he got this woman over here, you know what I'm saying, the double, the 0. I said say 00. Yo, this dude nasty. Bigger things.
From her weight, was there anything else? Is everything else about Antoinette okay?
Fantastic.
Good.
Perfect. The eyes, the voice, everything.
Good. All
Yeah,
right.
she
Time to
is a
see who
pretty
the
woman.
audience selector for you.
Okay.
Andrew, 43%.
Cool.
They agree.
Yeah.
If you want to take our audience's advice and ask Andrew out again, so to speak, why, we'd be glad to pay for it. You want to do that?
Definitely.
Yeah. Andrew, how do you feel about that?
Yes, only I'm giving directions.
Come on out, Andrew.
Yeah, he's a tall brother. It's a beautiful couple, too.
Oh, dear. So where are you going to go on your next date? You're going to give the directions. You got any plans?
I'm going to have to think about them.
Think about it. Okay.
Because she'll be picking me up, so I have to get the directions together.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You picked her up the last time, so this time she's going to have to pick you up.
And then she rushed me, too. She called me up. What are you taking so long?
You guys are a nice couple. You really are.
Yeah.
You're a very nice
Beautiful couple.
Yeah.
I'm too slim.
Oh, he didn't like that.
Just start eating.
Half and cheesecakes.
And bulk you right up.
Hey, don't listen to that, man. He talking about you got to keep eating. No, man, you're not too slim. You just right.
We have a nice gift for both of you. I want to thank you for being on the show and sharing your date with us. It was great fun, really. Enjoyed it. Okay, we're going to come back with another couple.
All right, that was a good first one, man. Oh, that was pretty good. I got one more and play before we get into the Lil Kim, but that was pretty good. What y'all think? What y'all think about that one? Good couple, great couple. Okay, I got one more queued up, and then we're gonna get to the Lil Kim video. Did I get the super chat? Okay, cool. We good. We can keep rolling. Hold on, let's see here. Got you, sucker. And again, this is from Ziggy, Ziggy. That's the YouTube channel name. Okay, here we go. All right, let's get to it.
Okay, let's meet another lady who chose a date from our video library. And she likes sewing and baking. She says if she sees something she likes,
what y'all think?
She goes and gets it.
This is a pretty man. They're all so pretty, man. Look, I'm gonna say you'll see the weave and the lashes and shit. Dental assistant.
Please welcome Olga Ferguson. Hi,
Olga. Look at this. Look at this. Very feminine.
You're so pretty and you're red today. My goodness.
Thank you.
Very nice. Now,
super chat. My bad. Mr. Walker, $5 bomb said, "I like the old dating video." Salute, brother. I think the chat loves him too. You know, the comments, Mr. Walker, man. People are like, you know, they're saying thank you for sharing these videos. Thank you for showing us how dating is supposed to look. The women were beautiful. The men were respectful. They were handsome. Man, I mean, so many great reviews from these old dating shows, man. There's a bunch of them on YouTube, brother. I know y'all boys cook over there. But yeah, it's amazing. I'm glad we can kind of give, you know, some fresh, you know, kind of positive content to show people how dating is actually supposed to go. So yeah, people seem to enjoy it. I enjoy doing these as well too. But thank you, brother. Let's see here. All right, here we go.
earlier we heard that you have rules for a first date. What are your rules, Olga?
Well, my rules are to let him know exactly where I am, where I stand in the date. I mean, there's no fooling around off the top, and I want him directly to respect me in the beginning.
So do you tell this to a guy when you say, okay, these are the rules?
Sometimes. It depends on the guy.
What y'all think? It's a smidget of, you know, a little bit, you know, a little forceful. Just a crumb. Just a crumb, you know, a little bit, a crumb.
Excuse me, would you mind sparing me a bit of coochie? Just a crumb. This much, just a crumb. Karuchi, please, what do I have? I'll do anything. Oh, yes. Oh. Jesus, thank you. Let's go.
Yeah, just a crumb in there, you know, smidge of, you know, boss chick. Let's see.
And how?
What if you think this guy's really great looking and you just would do backflips to go out with him? Do you lay down the rules then?
No.
See? Hey, did you see that? Go back. What did that just confirm? Hold on. Listen to that. Chuck, he cold with it. Listen.
Really great looking and you just would do backflips to go out with him. Do you lay down the rules?
It depends on the guy and how.
What if you think this guy's really great looking and you just would do backflips to go out with him? Do you lay down the rules then?
No.
Guys, what did that just confirm? They make rules for the guys that they don't like. They break them for the guys that they do. It was even prevalent back then. You hear what she just said? If he's drop dead gorgeous and she really like him, she's like, all them rules and shit, F all that. You could probably get a little bit on the first date. We caught your ass a little. Yeah, you're a little slim. Okay. We caught you. Slick Tom, what up though? $5 bomb said these old dating shows showed how much people regress. Also, yes, cocaine was around, but people looked presentable and spoke educated. Yeah, man. I think that was like a party drug. Everybody was running around with China White. So thank you for that. We caught your ass, lady. All right, here we go.
I just don't want to jeopardize your position there.
Good. No jeopardy.
Okay, now you're a dental assistant, right?
Yes.
You always check out a guy's teeth?
Definitely. Definitely, because if he has a nice set of teeth, then that shows he takes care of everything else.
Okay, we know a little about you. Let's take a look at the men that Olga had to choose from. Now, watch closely because you're going to vote again. And first, there was Larry. Larry's from Georgia. He spent 11 years in the Army. He says his personality is more important than his looks. That's what he said.
Who does brother look like? He looked like somebody. Was it Lakeith Stanfield a little bit? Yeah. Okay, salesman. He's divorced.
I'm not that good looking, but I think most of the time women like me after they get to know me. You know, not so much as a first glance, you know, hey, this guy's really something, you know, I want him. But like after, you know, people I work with or people I meet through other people, then they find that they like me because I'm kind of easy to talk to, kind of honest, you know, upfront, sincere, that sort of thing. You know?
Yeah, and that's back in the day that worked more, in my opinion. He said he thinks that he's not good looking. Thinks this is a handsome brother right here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but he doesn't think that he's that good looking. Probably in comparison to somebody else, it is what it is. But back in the day, getting to know somebody was far more important than it is today, because you have the dating apps, social media. So you're forced to go off of looks, all the time. You're getting bombarded with so many different people. So for him to say that, I mean, that may be him, knowing his strengths and weaknesses. He's like, yeah, I'm a good person. So once you're getting to talk to me, then yeah, you're going to probably like me. But now we have to teach men that if it's no genuine desire there, if that woman's not aroused by you, then you shouldn't waste your time, because then you're going to be in this tailspin of chasing her to make her like you, if that makes sense. And that's always bad. It's like you have to keep doing things to make her, gain her attention or attraction. If that first arousal isn't there, then new modern relationships may not work. Okay. So yes, and that's just my perception of it, because a lot of women are like, man, nah, I'm gonna put this dude through the ringer, and he's got to prove to me first and show me by monetary, value, if he really likes me, and then I'll see if I like him or not. And I don't want dudes to be in that position ever. Okay, so it's very tough these days. Let's continue.
Okay, next there was John. John likes to travel and read. Says the first thing he notices about a woman is her face, but she doesn't have to be beautiful.
Well, I mean, I'm not exactly always looking for a beauty king. What I'm trying to say is that as appealing as possible. But as I said, if I had met a girl that she was really nice, and she was on a scale from 1 to 10, for example, if she was a 6 and she was very nice, I mean, I wouldn't have any type of reservations about going out with her whatsoever.
Okay, they was using the rankings there as well.
Okay, and finally you watched Anthony. Now, Anthony says he can do anything and make it fun, and he's learned that it doesn't pay to be too aggressive.
Yeah, that's right, brother.
I can't sit here and tell you that I would want to, just jump on every woman that I see. I thought about that many times.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that she didn't pick this guy because, I mean, his teeth is kind of little, Jerome-ish. But yeah, so she probably didn't pick this guy. Hold on, wait. Dan, what up though? The $2 bomb said only issue woman didn't shave the. Come on, man. This dude, it's the 80s, brother. Come on, man. You trying to get me in trouble out here. There's something wrong with him. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, it's just looking a little Jerome-ish in there. So okay. Yeah, see, yeah, a little Jerome-ish. He can get that fixed.
I just don't think that would be wise.
Really?
Yeah, it's not wise.
Now, before we find out who Olga chose as her date, let's take a look at all three of these gentlemen once again. Okay, first there was Larry. He's a 29-year-old salesman. Then John. He's an employment recruiter, and he's 31. Finally, Anthony. He's a 28-year-old musician.
What y'all think? So, like I said, I'm gonna go out on the limb here and say 3. He's cooked. And then we got 1 and 2. A little bit of not a lot of confidence in number 1. I would say 2. But yeah, I think that would be a turnoff to a woman if she heard the guy, say that I don't think I'm attractive. That's not self-esteem. I say you guys saying 1. Okay, 1. Okay, hopefully it's where to get some love. All right, let's see here.
Okay, audience, it's time to vote again. Who do you think's the best man for Olga? Please make your choice right now. We'll get the results of the audience vote a little later, but right now let's find out who Olga picked. Okay, Olga, who's the lucky guy?
The lucky guy was John.
John.
Which one?
Okay, we always hear both sides of the story.
Okay, 2. All right.
John's backstage. Let's say hello to John Edmondson. Hi, John.
Hi, Chuck.
I'm fine, thank you. John, what'd you think of Olga when you first saw her?
Well, I wasn't really sure because I really didn't see her. She arrived all covered up. She had a hat on, and then she had some large sunglasses obscuring her face, and of course she had a large, long sleeve some type of sweatshirt with gloves, and of course she had sweatpants and tennis shoes. So all I really.
What the hell's going on? Why she got on a nice dress now and you came in sweats?
Saw of her was a little bit of her face.
That sounds interesting. Why? Maybe you better tell us what happened on this date, Olga.
Well, what happened was I decided to go deep sea fishing in Ensenada, Mexico.
You decided this?
Yes, I decided.
In Mexico? She decided. Wait, let me go back. I didn't hear that.
To go deep sea fishing in Ensenada, Mexico.
You decided this?
Yes, I decided. Sometimes you have to take control.
See? Hey, I told y'all it was a little smidget there. She said sometimes you got to take control. So she planned the date to go to Mexico and deep sea fishing for a first date. See, yeah, there's a little tinge there. Okay.
Great, it was great.
So you went down. What time did all this start?
Well, actually, when we first met, it was 2:50 a.m. in the morning.
Oh my! 2:50 a.m. See, and this brother, he's a little bit passive. He's just like, man, I'm gonna just follow her lead. 2:50 a.m. for a first date, and they in LA, right? This is like based in LA, so they had to drive to Mexico. That could be like a 3-4 hour trip. Like, hold on.
Very early. So we drove down to Mexico.
How long is it? About 4 hours down?
About 4 hours one way.
Yeah, 4 hours. I'm from California, so I know. It's like 4 hours to drive to Mexico to go deep sea fishing. And so first date, you driving 4 hours with somebody you just, hell nah, ain't none of that. Yeah, love don't live here anymore.
They take traffic.
So you got on the boat now and you're getting ready to go deep sea fishing?
Yes.
Did you catch anything?
I caught 2 15-pound, 2.5 feet yellowtail.
Tuna. That's great.
Yes, it was great.
What did you catch, John?
I didn't really catch anything. I don't think so.
You didn't catch anything at all?
No, not at all.
Well, did you fish?
Right, just for a short while.
What were you doing? What was he doing when he wasn't fishing?
He was trying to get his line untangled.
Oh. Well, hey, listen, that happens. I've had that happen.
Another thing is, I believe he got a little ill, a little seasick on the boat.
No, I didn't really get sick. No, just at one time when I was standing in front of her, I felt a little bit nauseated, but it wasn't from seasickness. She called my attention to a guy on the right side of the boat, and I looked and I saw him bending over very, very sick, and that made me a little sick seeing that guy.
And what was he doing, John?
Well, you could imagine what...
Yeah, she's, this is what, nice, nasty, right? Listen, she's like, it's a little bit there.
Right side of the boat, and I looked and I saw him bending over very, very sick, and that made me a little sick seeing that guy.
And what was he doing, John?
Well, you could imagine what he was doing, so seeing him made me a little sick for about a second.
John, I'll tell you.
Seasick, John, remember?
Did it bother
you? See, hey, that's a little bit in there. It's a smidget. I don't know about this one, man. Yeah, she's, yeah, it's something there.
at all that Olga caught some fish and you didn't?
Not at all, mainly because I'm vegetarian, so.
Did you what?
I'm vegetarian.
Oh, you're a vegetarian. Okay, so what else happened now?
Well, we finally got done fishing. We went into port. We got to the car. We drove back. And on the way, he did get sunburned. We both got sunburned.
Yeah.
And I believe he was a little bit tired. So he proceeded to, with his bag on his lap, put his arm in the bag and his chin in his arm and shielded me. And I believe he went to sleep. Now, he says he didn't go to sleep.
I couldn't have gone to sleep with the way she was driving anyway.
So, for the 4 hours...
He was driving too?
Did you go to sleep, John?
I don't sleep sitting up.
You, I'm kind of curious to see who the audience selected for you. Let's take a look and see, okay?
Okay.
Oh, they picked Larry. 45% they picked Larry.
Yes,
what do you think, Olga? We picked up
that's who y'all picked. Y'all picked number one.
the tab for your first date. Would you like to go out with Larry, and we'll pick up the tab for that one?
No, I think I'm going to hit John again.
Really?
You're what?
He's like, what? He's shot.
Show him another side of Olga.
Oh. You got some making up to do.
John, you ready to see another side of Olga?
Well, I guess I really didn't see the.
See, this guy's a little bit passive. He's like, well, I guess. I guess.
First side, so I might as well see the other side.
Well, come on out and join us, John.
What the hell was that? What was that? Do you like this woman, John? Why are they shaking hands? Oh, nah, this is all off.
You guys are still shaking hands. Sounds like
handshake instead of a kiss.
Chuck don't miss shit. That's what I'm talking about, Chuck.
I gotta tell you, I must tell you something. I've been doing this show for some time now. It did not sound like a terrific date, you guys.
Chuck, we here, all us, everybody in the chat. We right here. We get it. I don't know what they going out again for. I don't see a match here.
How come you're gonna go at this one more time?
Well, maybe it wasn't terrific, but it really wasn't derogatory. It wasn't that bad. Let's put it that way. It was sort of a business trip.
She like, man, you better say the right. Oh, she is ready. You better say the right thing.
That sort of atmosphere.
What do you think?
It wasn't a business trip, John. It was. It was a semi-exciting activity.
Well, we have a nice gift for both of you. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back with another couple in just a minute.
Yeah, that one was a little bit rocky. That was a little bit rocky. I'm not sure. I don't even know how they matched. That's nuts. You got to drive from LA 4 hours on the first date. She driving. He vegetarian going fishing. And he just went 2:50, 3 o'clock in the morning. Brother, hey, more power to you, man. We act like this happened today or something. But still, man, this is crazy. Yeah, man, so you got to speak up. So guys don't get put in a situation like that. She leading every part of the date and the after date. He should have said no. I don't know. That was one of the few that was kind of shocking to me, but okay. All right. Did I get the super chats? Man, that one was crazy. Okay, we in there. Cool. 4-hour drive, 2 a.m. Nah. There's no me, baby. Oops. Hold on. All right, so let me bring up this Kim video. Okay. Oh, my bad, Mr. Walker. $2 Bomb said John was a victim. Hell yeah, he was a victim, man. Yeah, he was a victim. You're a victim. Man. See, this dude just following along. John, you gonna go on the second date with me? He's like, okay. Wow. Here we go. Yeah, this is from the show Rolanda, and this is from the YouTube channel Lil Kim Area. You can find this interview on there. So let's get to it. Fair use. Did Lil Kim start the City Girl movement? Let's hear her speak. Let's get to it. Hold on. No sound. Here we go. One more time. One more again.
It does get catchy. Up next, we're going to continue this conversation, and we're also going to ask, does Ed Lover from MTV and Hot 97 FM, does he catch heat for playing some sizzling songs too? We're going to wrap with this.
Hold on, my bad. It's not starting. Let me make sure I got the right starting point. Let me make sure. I can't play the song because we may get copyright. Here we go. Let's start right there.
Is that almost everybody in here knew the words
Oh, we got a special guest. Tell me who y'all see.
to the song. Everybody knew the words of the song. But I understand that you changed the words of the song just a little bit for television today, right?
Who was that?
Well, we try to do what we can to be, as presentable as possible.
Who we got right there? Who is that? Who is that? That brother right there? Nasty ass Diddy.
You know, some of the lyrics, and I listen to your CD all day, and it's great music, I have to say. But, you know, I don't have kids. And there's some parents who say, oh, the music's too sexually explicit, where our children's minds are going down. We've got a young lady with barely any clothes on up here. Where's the world going to? And what do you say when people say that?
Well, I say make sure that you give your child parental advisory. If you don't want your child listening to the music, then it's up to you as a parent to make sure that the child doesn't listen to it. But also get a child guidance and let her know, you know, this is what she does. You know, you don't have to go that way. So parental advisory is definitely a must.
Let me ask you this. Of all the things you could write, because the two of you are some of the most talented folks on the scene, you could write any kind of lyrics, talk about anything. Why so much sex?
Well, we do believe that sex does sell. I mean, look at Elvis Presley, look at Madonna, look at Luke. I mean, it is selling. So, basically,
that's the market.
Yeah, we try to be real and we talk about what we know.
Right. So
okay, so let me get some context here for the younger folks. Before Lil Kim came out, it was very rare to hear a female rapper rap salaciously like she did. Okay, this was around the time, or at least coming on the heels of when Queen Latifah was around, MC Lyte. What are some other female rappers they used to do? I remember Ice Cube had Yo-Yo, where she put out, you know, Can't Play With My Yo-Yo. That's still one of my favorite songs. But yeah, this was around that time where women were, you know, typically doing rap that was like more conscious. You know, it had a little bit more meaning. And don't get me wrong, it was some stuff going on there that was kind of alluding to sex. I know Salt and Pepper was going on. They used to be beautiful. Everybody used to be in love with Salt and Pepper. Oaktown's 357, they weren't around at this time, I don't think. Maybe, yeah, they were. Yeah, MC Hammer had created that group. It was a couple women out there that's, you know, was rapping like that, but not as salacious as Lil Kim, and also not as good as Lil Kim. Lil Kim back in the day was a phenomenal rapper. If you grew up back in these days, everybody had so much respect for Lil Kim, but she was nasty as hell. And it was like a culture shock in the black community to hear young women speak like that, especially when it's about sex, because it's very tough to get men to buy full albums where a woman is talking about a dude sticking D in him. You know what I'm saying? Just being perfectly honest. But Lil Kim managed to do it. To fast forward to present day, it's very rare that you hear a guy saying, man, I'm waiting for that new Megan Thee Stallion to come out, you know, and I'm waiting for that new Lotto to come out where she about to talk about, you know, how good her vagina is. Like, it's very rare, even though they may be some talented rappers. I believe Megan Thee Stallion is a very talented rapper. She's good at what she does. I've heard some of her songs where she was like kind of being a lyricist. She's pretty good, but I'm not buying a full album where I'm hearing a woman talk about nakedness and nastiness or whatever. But yeah. But this is around that time, okay, for the younger folks. So that's why they're talking to Lil Kim, because her album was doing very well. And on the cover, she had that iconic, you know, everything hanging out. And that was like, oh, I can't believe it, you know. So, yeah, so here we go.
On Bad Boy Entertainment, do you encourage your young artists to put a little sex in them, man? Because that's what's going to help us sell this album.
No.
You don't?
No, I don't.
It just happens.
No, it doesn't just happen.
Brother, if you could see into the future with all the nastiness and foul foolery, flarn, filth that you gonna get into, brother, if you could see into the future, you nasty mother effer.
And I mean, with Kim, I'm a producer. I produce one track on her album, and on my label, which is Bad Boy Entertainment, right now we don't have a sexually explicit artist. You know, so we have Notorious Big, Faith, 112. We have a wide range of music, but if I encounter an artist that has sexually explicit lyrics, as she said, there is a time and a place for all of that, just like there are shows that come on late night on cable, and there's you as parents have to let your kids know not to listen to this if you don't want them to listen to it. And the singles that we put out and the singles that we put on radio are cleaner versions of songs, even the songs that I produce for other artists that have their own mind and their own way of thinking and their own style.
So you make one really explicit, some would say downright raunchy tune, and then you do a cleanup of the same one so you can play it in other places and still, like you did here,
No, this was not this record right here wasn't really a dirty version. I mean, a dirty song. It just had one word that was
that you had to leave out.
S-H-I.
Oh, I know that one.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
So, I mean, she didn't do her most sexually explicit song on the show. You have to listen to the album for that.
Yeah, so back in the day, I think it was a little bit more easy to, I guess, bar your kids from listening to certain music, and because, we didn't have the internet back then. But somehow, some way, we got a hold of it. I remember my cousin got in trouble. He got in trouble because I guess one of his friends let him borrow Snoop Dogg's Doggy Style cover, his tape cover. Who's old as me? Who's seasoned is this brother right here? Snoop Dogg's Doggy Style cover. It had cartoons of female dogs naked, like they were cheeked up and cheeked out. And my cousin got in trouble with my auntie because she found the tape cover, and we was in there looking like, oh man, look at this. He got in trouble or whatever. So it was a little bit more easier for parents to be like, hey, you can't listen to this. Or if you took your kid to like Tower Records or something like that, and they would be like, hey, I want to get this album, and the mom would look, parental advisory, and they'd be like, hell no, you ain't getting this shit, But today it's very tough. You have to be on it to try and bar your kids from listening to certain albums. Hell, didn't Cardi B say, was that Cardi B that said she doesn't let her daughter listen to her music or something like that? And then Young Miami was like, nah, I don't want my daughter to be nothing like me or whatever. So even they don't like their kids to be influenced by their own music. So it was a little bit more easier back in the day. So in my opinion. Oh, my bad. Slick Tom $2 Bomb said, sadly, Kim was 16, 17 on the cover, I believe. Was she? I thought she was like 18, 19. Somebody fact check. You may know more than me. I don't know. Thank you, brother. Let me see here. Did I get see it? Derek, what up, though? $5 Bomb said that Spread Eagle album cover caused dudes to buy that out. Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah. Okay, so here we go. Fair use.
Do you get a lot of heat? I mean, do people write you and say, I didn't like that album, I'm afraid, or that cut on the CD?
Yeah, I do get heat, but I would say 85% of it positive.
Positive. Let me ask you this, because a lot of people say, I don't understand what happened to music. All of a sudden, I mean, people are doing this and that and singing all about it. What has happened in the industry that has made this type of music so popular, especially among kids?
I think right now in hip hop, there's you can talk about sex, but there's different types of music that's going on. It's just like Showtime and HBO. They have different types of programs, or even ABC. They have different types of programs, and that's what's going on with hip hop. It's multifaceted. You have your artists that talk about sex. You have your artists that talk about just straight up gangster rap. Then you have artists that are more on a positive note. Then you have gospel rappers. You have R&B hip hop rappers.
And speaking of gospel, I'm a very spiritual person, and I believe in my God 100%. And he's who brought me here, and because of him, I made it.
What? Wow. Okay. God told you to rap about nakedness.
What does your mother say about all this?
Well, you can ask her. She's here today.
Well, we are going to ask her for sure.
Hey, so real quick, back in the day, around the 90s, I think hip hop was a little bit more diverse. You had different types of rappers. Now you kind of know what to expect. And I'm not sitting on no type of high horse, guys. Y'all know damn well I listen to all kinds of hardcore rap. I listen to metal. I listen to everything. So this is not me as an old head saying y'all shouldn't be listening to this, flim flam, flippity flop, whatever. No, I listen to all that shit. But does that influence me to go out and do stick ups and shit? No. That only happens to a small amount of people that get influenced by certain albums, and they like, yeah, I'm gonna do what he's doing. The black community has a huge issue with that. They swear that all these YNs are listening to 21 Savage, who, by the way, just came out with a new album. And yes, I was playing it on my way to the gym. So that's one of my favorite rappers. But the majority of these kids are not getting influenced by these rappers to go out and do that. They may get influenced by the way that they dress. They may get influenced by, the glitz and the glam and stuff like that. But as far as like going out there and committing crimes, that rarely happens. And I keep forgetting the term for it, where there's a definition of where we can watch and listen to, you know, like movies that have a whole bunch of deletions in them, John Wick. We can listen to, you know, gangster rap, and we don't go out there and start committing crimes. There's actually a DSM-5 term for that. So the people that do get influenced by certain things that they hear or they see on TV, that's very rare. Those people have an issue. But for the lay person, us who listen to this music, it is not influencing you to go out there and, you know, stick them up or whatever. Okay? So yeah, so I listen to all types of music, man. One of my favorite rappers is Brother Lynch Hunt. We used to listen to Brother Lynch while we was playing GoldenEye. Okay? The little floor player game. When we used to use his euphemisms, wet up, you know, raw meat, just when we was playing this game. But guess what? I'm an educated man. I'm not going out there, you know, talking about shoot them up. So it is what it is, man. Okay? So yeah, so and to see the backlash that they're going through right now, back then, I mean, they were probably, you know, faint if they listened to the lyrics of what's going on now. So, but you can still find good music out there. Brother, I try and share as much as I can when I put my previews on Instagram, and you guys can see my, you know, my catalog or my palette or my taste of music. It's very diverse. Okay. So sometimes I find, you know, the young people, I'll grab some of their music, old school, whatever it is. Okay. So yeah, so it's different all around. Did I miss super chat? Oh, we good. Okay, so let's get to it. Here we go.
What does Kim's mom think? Well, we're going to find that out for sure. We're going to meet Lil Kim's mom, who says, well, why don't you just come on back and find out? We'll be right back in a minute. Thanks, you guys. Yeah.
Here we go. It sounds like 90s music. Oh, and guys, young guys again, that's how Lil Kim used to look back in the day. Lil Kim was a beautiful woman. And I say was, not trying to be disrespectful to her, but she has had a lot of work done. And I remember there was a rumor out there where, I'll just say women were saying that Kim said that it was men's fault that she changed her look because she didn't appeal to their gaze, because those men wanted like light-skinned women or, you know, more curvy women. So she was influenced by the men. I think she did an interview where she somewhat alluded to how she was received by men, and that influenced her to get all the work that she's gotten done. So yeah, it is what it is. But that's why it's important to have self-esteem, you know, because I mean, we could be honest here. Lil Kim, I think she's done too much. And it's not my place to say if she would have stayed like she was here, then she would have been better off, because everybody used to think that Lil Kim was attractive. She was raunchy, but she was a pretty woman. Okay. And I think she did a little bit too much. Okay. Let's continue. Hey. Oh wait, I don't want to get flagged. Hold on, that's my song though. Get Money. That's a cold song. Hold on. Get Money. Here we go. All right.
The question, does sex sell music? If you were listening, if you could see the studio audience in here while that little clip was playing, everybody was getting into the groove.
Yeah.
And yes, I believe the answer might be yes. Does it make somebody lots of money? Well, Lil Kim says indeed it does, and she's here to prove it. I want you to meet her mom also. This is Ruby Jones Mitchell, who is Lil Kim's mama. Welcome. A little bit about that before we talk to mom, because I can't wait to hear what your mother thinks about your sexy videos and the sexy lyrics, and hey, some people would say not sexy but just downright raw and explicit. Why do you choose that type of music, and does it sell? Is there an attraction? Obviously, I think there.
Well, it's not that it was like it was chosen for me, but it was just something that you know, I knew how to do, and I wrote about it from my, you know, from my past life. And I do think that sex does sell music. I mean, perfect example, Madonna, Luke, Elvis Presley, Too Short. I mean, there are a lot of people who have made money from it, but I don't encourage anybody to just go and write about sex because it's gonna sell. Do what you feel naturally.
So, and I want to actually give Lil Kim credit for actually mentioning that. And I think that was planned and before she got on the show to mention other rappers and other singers that do this type of music. But I think we all can agree that it is a little bit different when you hear women talking about sex, because it's supposed to be coveted amongst women. So when you hear women kind of so liberated about, you know, what they want to do in the bedroom, it sells, but it is a turnoff in my opinion. Okay. And I want to be very clear on that, because I know, you know, women like to stick up for ladies who can write and say what they want. Of course, you have freedom of speech, but it is a difference between a man talking about sex and a woman talking about sex. And no, ladies, you cannot use that excuse of, you know, well, if the men would stop talking about sex, then, you know, we would stop. You probably wouldn't, because y'all dance to that music as well. A man talk about bees and hoes and y'all run into the dance floor. So let's not do that. Okay. Let's be honest here. It is a difference between a man talking about sex and women. And we can't say it's going to go away. Women are allowed to do whatever the hell they want. And if it sells, so be it. But I did see somewhat of a change in how women are receiving that type of music, because Megan Thee Stallion just came out with a song, you know, the song, my man, my man, my man, my man, my baby. I'm singing it all wrong. I know it, but y'all know what I'm talking about. I seen social media. The ladies were kind of pissed off. Like, man, Meg, now's not the time to be talking about, your what is it? Your WAP. They were kind of pissed off. So I'm like, well, maybe that's a slight change that they like, hey, we need some substance, because it was like, this sound like some of her other songs. I don't know. Maybe. Let's see here. Fair use.
When your daughter said, Mom, I'm going to make it big. I'm going to change my name. It's going to be Lil Kim. I'm going to make lots of people sing and snap their fingers, and I'm going to make lots of money. But I'm going to sing about sex explicitly. What was your first reaction?
Well, actually, it didn't happen that way. You know, she kind of this just sort of happened. It wasn't something that she talked about. I know from a child, she always was interested in the music industry. You know, she always wanted to sing. She was always getting dressed up and, just doing her little thing in the mirror, and
she's doing a lot in front of a lot of things now, and it doesn't. When you see, you don't go, girl, you stop doing that. You don't feel that way.
There are times when I do say to her, because I've listened to her album, and some of the lyrics are a little bit strong. But sometimes I do say to her, girl, I should have taken you to church more. But but all in all, first and foremost, she's a good artist, and she's an adult, and this is what she chose to do. So I'm here, and I support her as much as I possibly can.
Lil Kim. You said that a lot of your lyrics and a lot of the reasons that you've chosen being explicit with sex is because of your past life. What do you mean by that?
Well, on my album, Hardcore, I talk a lot about my past life. For example, in songs like Spin a Little Dough, Mafia Land, and Not Tonight, you can hear about it. I give it flavor to make it sound good in the song, but you get my album,
So yeah, and again, if you, says to young folks, if you haven't listened to the album, Kim is great. She's a great rapper. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. You get past some of the little, the nakedness and all that type of stuff, sticking and moving. She is an amazing lyricist. This album, it wasn't just because of her album cover. The album had substance on it. I think it's like it ranked, in some of like the top 100 albums of all time. I think her first two albums may have ranked like that. So this is not about the music not being good. It's just about the lyrics and what she was talking about. All right. So let's continue.
Tell us a little bit about who you are. How did this little girl grow? Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Brooklyn.
In Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And what kind of life did you have? Tell us a
I had
little
a
bit.
street life.
Street life.
Mhm.
What was that life like, Mom? Tell us a bit about what that was like raising a daughter. Because I think it's real important that we understand that a lot of our young artists are drawing upon their life experiences, and that's something you can't take from folks. So help us understand a little bit about Lil Kim's growing up.
Well, actually, when she talks about, the hard life that she had as a child, I was a young mother, and I was going through a very difficult divorce, and there was just a lot of problems there. The situation wasn't all that great, so therefore, I had to move on, per se, and in doing so, my children kind of suffered as a result of it. But, in this world, we all have choices, and sometimes we make bad choices, but just because you make bad choices, that don't mean that you have to just stay stuck, there. You have to just, move on, and that's what I chose to do, and thank God today, we're in a better space. We had to rise above all of that, and like I say, I love my daughter dearly, and I'm here to support her as much as I can.
So, real quick, and there's some historical, facts about the statistics back then. When black marriages failed back in the day, 1980s, 1990s, it was very cumbersome on the wives because they were losing a significant amount of income. So let's say if you were married, you had your husband, he working full time, doing what he needs to do to take care of the household. You could easily be, upper middle class, right? But when you get a divorce, you remove the husband out of the household, then the mother and the children typically had to downgrade to lower class, maybe sometimes middle class. So that's why I think back in the day, people used to stay married longer because it mattered more. But then feminism came into it, all this, yeah. And women was like, hey, I'm gonna be independent, liberated women back in the day. So they tried to go it alone. And that's why you see all of the issues that we have with the black families today, especially from the single mother households. This is how these types of things had started. Okay. So let's my bad. Very super chat. Dante Bryant, $5 bomb, says she was so pretty back then. The plastic surgery messed her all up. Yeah, man. It's unfortunate. So here we go.
What is, people really appreciate that because I think one of the things that we're seeing here is no matter what you think about what your daughter is doing as an artist, what I think most people do appreciate is seeing you supporting her through even having to answer some tough questions, which you may have to do today, Lil Kim, because a lot of folks say, oh my goodness, Lil Kim's gonna come over to my house next and be singing through my kid's bedroom door. What would you do as a parent? And I'd also like to know what sex meant to you growing up, because a lot of young girls, like this 12-year-old right here who loves you to death, she listens to your music. You may be surprised, parents.
Oh, goodness.
But this little girl told me she listens to it on her Walkman, and mom and dad don't know what she's listening to.
Don't get her in
I'd
trouble.
like to know how you're influencing that young lady. Also next, why one New York City police officer vehemently opposes Lil Kim's sexually explicit music. We'll talk with more of us in the audience, too, who were snapping and clapping to Lil Kim right after this.
You can grow out the sexual organs, but it's still, and
whoa.
Come on. Robert, what do you say? Wake up. There is no clean version. Play the music at a proper time when children are not listening.
You see, we always got a brother like that on these panels, like a very, I won't say, pro-black militant type brother, loud, it sound like a preacher.
You have for a second, and I give you the.
I can't play that. That's a great song. Ain't nobody. Okay, here we go.
Oh, I like that song, I must admit myself. But, I don't have kids. So I'm not really sure what that means to parents who listen to those words and are afraid that their kids are listening too. So I'm going to learn a little bit here too. Does sex sell music? Well, the Lil Kim here says absolutely. It certainly is helping her career. Lil Kim, I started reading some lyrics here.
Uh-oh.
How you like it, baby, from the front, from the back.
Hey.
Give that beep a smack.
Hey.
Bet your man won't do it like that.
Hey.
Can't work the middle because his thing is too little.
Oh, whoa.
Let me grab your tatas, do the cha-cha.
Hey.
Now, they're little kids. This little girl's 12 years old and keeps singing the lyrics.
She said, "Best goodness, let me give her a hug. Hold on, don't get her. Hey, I'm very protective over young women, man. Let me go ahead and shield her. She ain't do nothing. Don't mess with her. Let me get her. Yeah, I take care of it. Just give her some ice cream. Let her sit down. I got it. Don't hit her. Don't beat her. Don't do it."
Chanel.
Hi, Chanel. Goodness. Chanel's a big fan of Lil. Come here, talk to me, Chanel. How old are you? 12, right? 12. Oh, yeah. And how do you listen to this music? How do you get away with that in the house?
I listen to it on the Walkman.
On the Walkman? No. On the Walkman. And why are you crying?
Oh, no. See, now I'm swinging on everybody. You see, now y'all know I got a daughter. I'm swinging on everybody. Y'all done made this girl cry. Who did it? Point him out. I get it. You know what I'm saying? You don't mess with the little girls, man. See what y'all did? Yeah, I'm swinging on everybody.
Because you're so happy to be in front of Lil Kim. That's how much she loves you, Lil Kim.
I love you too.
Now, Chanel, some people are concerned. What would your mommy do if she knew you were listening to words like that?
But she wouldn't let me listen to it because it has so much cursing and stuff in it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so let me ask you, a nice little girl like you, what you doing listening to music like that? How would you answer that?
I like it.
You like it. How do you help little 12-year-olds like this understand that the music that they're listening to should not affect their lives? We're concerned about 12-year-olds singing about sex like this. Yeah. So what do you say, Lil Kim?
Well, I definitely think that Chanel is too young, but mostly I think that she listens to it for the sound and for me being a young, positive, black young woman doing my thing, you know what I'm saying, and getting over a hump. And I want you to make sure you keep God in your life. And me, as an older person to you, I want you to, be sure, I feel that you're too young to be having sex. You're too young to be listening to my music, too. But if you're going to listen to it, make sure you do the right thing. Don't go out and have sex for the wrong reasons. And if you do...
Hold on, let me pause it. Let me get the super chat. $5 bomb, Dante Bryant. Yeah, you're gonna get at least one Oswald Bayside brother on there. Yeah, it's always one. It's always one.
If you do decide one day that you want to have sex, use a condom, because I'm pretty sure you're old enough to get pregnant and catch a disease.
Yeah, you talk to your mother and father about that too. Okay.
Boy,
I can understand, parents. It gets scary. My next guest.
Yeah, ain't no running around out here. But yeah, man. I don't like when they start messing with the little girls, man. Come on, leave them alone. I'll swing on you. All right, here we go.
Say that artists are going too far to sell their music, especially when they affect little girls like Chanel. Sit down, baby. When Toys R Us pulled all the...
Rolanda, you did it. Yeah. Let me talk to you. What you do to that young girl?
Lifelike guns from their store shelves. Why, it was a tremendous grassroots success for my next guest here. He is the founder of Love Yourself, Stop the Violence. I'd like you to welcome New York City police officer James Davis.
He's a police officer. He talking like that?
Also joining us is the president of Morality in Media. He's the watchdog of what gets played on radio stations.
You know it's always a good white man running around there.
These blacks playing this music, we are against those thugs.
And television stations, please welcome Robert Peters. I'm just going to throw it out to you guys. Just tell me, when you listen to the lyrics, you see the impression that it makes on 12-year-olds, your gut reaction is what?
Here we go.
Okay.
As a New York City police officer in Brooklyn, where I'm from, Bed-Stuy.
Oh man, you Jake, you Popo, Hey.
As well. I organize a Stop the Violence march through our neighborhood. I'm tired of seeing us killing us. We get mad when the other community does it to us and we're marching their neighborhood. It's time for us to be responsible and stand up against what we're doing to ourselves. Now, our beautiful artists are in a position to send a message to our people, a message of deliverance, a message of prosperity, a message of rise up, you mighty people. Then why?
Look at her face. Brother, this is not preach moment. She is so pretty, man. She like, come on, brother, here we go.
Open up your legs and show us in a negative light. Stand up and let your light so shine. You're beautiful.
Hey, this guy is so performative, man.
Message should be a message that is beautiful. 12-year-old girls listening, you can tell them all you want. Don't do it. If your mother's smoking cigarettes in front of the children are going to smoke the cigarettes. So represent with your lifestyle. And these radio stations, just one last thing. These radio stations. Now, Debbie Does Dallas, a Rated XXX video, should not.
Hey, how you know about that? Yeah, what you been getting into? How you know about Debbie Does that? Well, yeah. He's born in it. Yeah, I know. What you doing? How you know about that? You skeletons in the closet. We got you.
Be on a Nickelodeon station. It should not be viewed by children. And Lil Kim said something and I support her and I'm glad she said it. She said this is not made for children. So let us all rise up and hold these radio stations accountable. How can you have a rating system in the movie? How can you have a rating system on television and there's no rating system on the radio? How can you have a discretion label on a record and then that same record is played during the hours when children are listening? Let's wake up, America.
Let's wake up. Let's use the mind, you know?
Robert, do you think that music like what we just heard from Lil Kim is hurting the morality of our nation? Do you think it goes that far, really?
Well, I certainly wouldn't single out Lil Kim for hurting the morality of our nation. There are a lot of things hurting the morality of our nation. There's the pornography industry, there's the mainstream film industry, there's TV, and yes, there is the rock industry. But our take on it, our focus is really more of a legal focus, and one of your producers sent the hardcore tape over, and I listened to it this morning. And in honest opinion, I suspect it isn't obscene for adults, which means it's protected by the First Amendment for adults. But I'll state honestly, just an opinion, if I were a local prosecutor and I discovered that somebody in my community was selling this tape to children, I would have one of my staff transcribe that tape, and then I would listen to it once again, reading through the lyrics. And at that point, I might decide to take legal action in my community against persons who are selling it to kids. And a second legal issue, which you handled, I thought, very discreetly, is that there is a broadcast indecency law, which means that at least during certain times of the day, lyrics like are in Lil Kim's hardcore album, in my opinion, it would be against the law to air that.
I couldn't even say some of it because I listened to the CD today too. And
well, so look, and you know what the most ironic thing is? You got this this white man up here saying that he would bar it, but isn't there a study or something like that that says like white people buy the most like rap and black music or something like that? Did I hear that correctly? I'm not even gonna research it now. But I think I've heard that before, that white folks buy rap more than any other race and gender group or something like it. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I heard that. So somehow, some way, white folks are listening to rap and R&B or whatever the hell it is, okay? So to try and, take legal action on, freedom of speech, that's absolutely crazy because he did make a good point. Lil Kim's lyrics are suitable for adults because adults do and say some of the craziest stuff. So, but the thing is that they have an issue with is, I guess, it's getting to the kids, but there's no way to govern that other than your parenting. You know, if your kids are sneaking off trying to listen to that type of music and you don't want them to, then you got to be on that a little bit more. But sometimes you try, they go to school, somebody got it, because some people's parents ain't as lenient. And the kids may find ear, y'all got to listen to this. You share the earphones, and next thing you know, they singing it. So it is what it is. So let's continue.
Music was good, but the lyrics, boy, and you know what? I gotta admit, I'm walking around listening, snapping, and the next thing I knew, I was singing the lyrics and can't catch myself. It does get catchy. Up next, we're going to continue this conversation, and we're also going to ask, does Ed Lover from MTV and Hot 97 FM, does he catch heat for playing some sizzling songs too? We're going to wrap with this MTV superstar right after this.
Oh, Luke. Hey, we know Luke. I used to love him. Oh, man. Luke, yeah, used to get us in trouble. Man. Hey, Luke videos. My brother and I, man, when we was young, we used to go hang with my older cousin, and we get a chance to listen to Yo MTV Raps and the jukebox. And he used to buy them Luke albums. Move something and pop that P. Oh, man. Free titty everywhere. Free booty just for all to see. We used to want to go to Florida just so we could see if women was walking around half naked like on that damn Move Something album. I still let me stop before I get in trouble. Y'all said a shoe gonna come flying if I keep talking about that damn video. But yeah, young dudes, you may want to go ahead and Google that or YouTube it. Move Something by 2 Live Crew. You see what I'm talking about. We used to see free booty, free titty. Thanks to Luke. Thank you, Luke.
Sexually explicit music played on your radio when you or your children least expect it. I mean, how many times have you been sitting there and then the music come on and then you can't believe what you just heard? I mean, how does that happen? Let's meet 2 national personalities who might be able to help answer that question if you have it. You know him from Yo MTV Raps and Hot 97 FM. She also is on Hot 97 FM and E! Entertainment Television. Please welcome Ed Lover and Lisa G. Come on in, folks. Hey, darling. Good to see you. Have a seat. Now, Ed, do you guys, Lisa, do you play these
Did y'all expect Lisa to look like that?
Explicit sexual.
Hey, but what? Listen to this. Watch this. Oh, hold on. Let me get this super chat. Air Force Rate $2 bomb said Luke and who was that? Akinel has some raunchy videos. I don't know what did Akinel. I'm probably saying that wrong. Who was that? Thank you. Appreciate that. All right, let's get to it.
Songs on your radio.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Yes, you do. And Ed, you say it like you're proud of it.
We play clean versions.
Clean versions.
And if there's not a clean version, we do our own edit to make sure that it's a clean version.
And we also talk about the lyrics. If we think something's a little racy, I know Ed and I and Dre.
Watch how she shots. So I got to set this up because what I've learned in modern day reality is that women don't mind dressing like 304s. They want to dress like 304s, but they don't want to be called 304s, even though they're wearing the uniform. Is that fair to say? Watch this. Hold on.
We talk about the lyrics of the song.
Let me just ask you, and Lil Kim is only because you're here. I'm not picking on you, but I just need to get a good example because you can respond, so we can keep. Do you have to doctor up Lil Kim stuff? I mean,
you doctor up Kim's like you was a surgeon.
But you want to know what? Listen, because Ed calls me at home and say, Kim, keep up the good work. When they stop talking, then you worry.
That's
but
right.
But they also do what's right. Like he said, they do have a clean version.
Tell me, answer this for us all. Just looking at an overall view, how has Lil Kim, in terms of all the music, how does she stand out in this music? I mean, is she known as one of the most explicit? How does she?
No, she's no more explicit than her male counterparts are.
See, and that's why there is a difference. I know that may sound, I guess bias or whatever, or contradiction. I get it. But I think there is a difference. I know, you're comparing male lyrics to women's lyrics, to me, there is a difference, but that's not a strong argument. So I'm not going to use it here, but just in my opinion, I do think there is a difference. Okay, let's continue.
And Kim is nothing more than what Millie Jackson was. She's outspoken and she stands up for the rights of women, and I applaud her for being having enough courage to be that
That's the thing, Rolanda. And Lil Kim knows that I love her because she is who she is, and she makes no bones about it. This is who I am. If I dress like a hoe, I want to be, and I'm proud of it.
Whoa, did you see? Did you hear what she said? She just called Lil Kim a hoe, and the audience didn't like that. But Exhibit A, Exhibit A. I mean, she's sitting here naked out, everything out. So she said it. Let's go back. Hold on. Exhibit A.
That's the thing, Rolanda, and Lil Kim knows that I love her because she is who she is, and she makes no bones about it. This is who I am. If I dress like a hoe, I want to be, and I'm proud of it.
Whoa, did you see Officer Davis's face and Robert?
At the same time,
she didn't like that. See, so she don't mind dressing like that and singing like that, but if somebody calls her a hoe, a 304, she's like, oh, hold on now, you're going too far. But you committing the act of a 304. So people are going to refer to you as such. You see that? So yeah, now everybody is like, hold on. You just call Lil Kim a hoe. Or stop. 304. Don't get shy now. Don't try to church it up now.
you know that if you listen to Lil Kim album, this is what
you hear the audience
you're getting. So you can't fault her for that.
I think hoe was such a good word to use.
You see that now? See, Ed Lover, he was supporting it. He was like, oh man, I don't think hoe was such a good word. Why though? What you got to be ashamed of? Well, what are we doing here? What's going on? It's like that Dave Chappelle stand-up. Just because I'm dressed this way, like, if you dress as a cop and somebody come asking you for help, like, just because I'm dressed this way, don't mean that, I'm a cop. Like, no, that's not how this shit work. Like, if you dress like that, half naked, the way that women dress today and the way that Lil Kim was starting to dress, that was typically used for women of the night. Okay. Midnight ballerinas and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how they used to dress. So now every woman is dressing the same way as street life ladies used to dress. And they're like, well, I'm not like them. Well, how we know? Shout out to Philosophical. He said that. He's like, man, y'all standing right next to him. You dressing like him. How men supposed to know you different if you got the uniform on? It didn't used to be like that. If you seen a woman half naked, you like, oh yeah, she's selling that thing. Now, social media, y'all saying that you're not like that, but you acting like them, begging for money and shit, transactional. So that's why people 304 culture. It's whole TikToks where they got women teaching women how to be 304s. And women who swear that they're not 304s, watch the women who are on 304 talk. Why are you there, ma'am? What you trying to learn? Yeah, you in the game. So that's what it is. My goodness. Now they want to get shy. Oh, don't call her a hoe. White lady came out swinging. Oh, you send me swinging. You send me swinging. Oh.
Davis, I'm going to let you speak. And Robert, I'll let you speak as well.
Let me try this. I'm 34 years of age, and if I want to watch Vanessa Del Rio, if I want to watch her.
How you know this? Brother, we see you. Yeah, we see you in real life. How you know who Vanessa Del Rio is? I was a wayward soul once. I know who that is. How you know? Yeah, we got you. You done dropped some bombs. Debbie Does Dallas and Vanessa Del Rio. Yeah. You got some booty talk tapes somewhere. Yeah, them VHS tapes in that closet, in that little box down there. Yeah, cop. We got you, Popo. Let's go. Let's go see what you got going on in that. Yeah. Booty Talk 2000. I know. Yeah, I know it. We got your ass.
Rated XXX video. I'm a grown man. I have that prerogative.
Yeah, we know. We see you. You in there? How you gonna be talking about Kim? And you out there, you know, bounce. Yeah.
But you can blur out all the sexual organs all you want. I still know what's taking place. Give these children some credit. You can blur out the sexual organs, but it's still,
Hey, yo, pause. Hey, whoa, brother. We don't do that here. we don't mock or mimic. Hold on, brother. You two engulfed in that life. Yeah, you got some tapes in there. I know. You gonna say, yeah, we caught you. We caught your ass. Whoa.
Robert, what do you say? Let's wake up. There is no clean version. Play the music at a proper time when children are not listening. Let us be mindful of our children. They cannot rightly divide between what is reality and what is entertainment. Let us raise the village together.
What's the name of that movie there? I want to pick that one up.
Yeah, see? Yeah, what was that movie? What you talking about?
Go on. But listen, Officer Davis, they're saying that they clean up their music. You're saying that's not enough at all. Robert, what do you say?
Well, the word that caught my attention was the HO word. And again, I guess immediately I thought of what a great message for kids. I mean, I ask myself a lot of times, what causes kids to do what they're doing? I start running down the list. Now, I think generally speaking, it's not parents who give kids the values that are getting them in trouble. Generally speaking, they're not getting it from their teachers, although clearly in some cases they do. I don't think they're getting it from their churches. So that leaves two sources. One is peers and the other is culture. Now, where do their peers learn these things from? That pretty much leaves culture. So kids are learning from culture. Now, I think Officer Davis brings the point that kids can either learn something good and positive that will help them in their lives, or they can learn that it's okay to be, that H word, I guess. But I don't think that's the message that kids need to hear. And if you think that's a great message for your station...
We'll continue this argument.
Well, I mean, damn, man, it's so funny that we get to see what's going on in present day. I think women have normalized being a 304 like it's nothing. And that's why we do these, book reviews to see what women are, some of these women are listening to. It's like normalized. And they want to be accepted for doing 304 stuff, but that will never happen. Men control that. Okay? Every time I was watching a couple of videos where there will be like, I don't even know who the streamers are, but the young men who are streamers, they'll have women on their shows, right? And the guys, I think they're doing it on purpose. They're asking the women on their shows, so what do you do for a living? And the women kind of get this shy laugh, like, and oh, let me guess. What do they call it? Blue something. But they're talking about OF. Every woman, they're kind of afraid to tell the guys who are streamers that they're OF, models or whatever, because they know that those men will put them into a particular category. Like, hey, you useful to the group. But a lot of women want to be able to do certain things like that, and they are praying that men accept them even though they do this raunchy stuff. Ladies, I'm going to bust your bubble right now. I don't care how long you get mad at men, how many times you try to chastise men for saying that you should accept women even if they do OF. No, the shit ain't going to never happen. It's going to be some struggling simp-ass dudes that's going to take you, but for the majority of the men, that shit ain't going to never ride. Okay? You doing anything that's showing your body you half naked, the majority of men gonna put you into the other things category. It is what it is. So don't go your happy asses out there trying to get pissed off at men. It shouldn't make a difference. It does. And you don't control how men determine that. So get used to it. If you're gonna get into that game, just understand you will be slotted. And the dudes that actually don't mind you doing that, it's probably the guys that you don't want. And I'm gonna be perfectly honest about that. Okay? So yeah, ain't gonna change. You can't change men's mind. I'm gonna just end that shit right now. I don't know why y'all arguing with men. Y'all should accept. Should we? Who is we? No, ma'am. Let's continue.
Right after this commercial break. Just one note, by the way, Vice President Al Gore's wife, Tipper Gore, went before Congress to get sexually explicit lyrics banned. Ed Lover goes, oh, brother, we're going to get your reaction to that. Up next, we're also going to meet a writer for Rolling Stone magazine who says it takes a lot more than just sex appeal to sell music. And I will get to your comment right after this. We'll be right back, folks. We're talking about whether sex sells music today, and during the commercial break, I met the Slater family here, and there's a 10-year-old in this family, and you said that you were very struck, Mom, by watching that 12-year-old, Chanel over there, so impressed with Lil Kim. What hit you?
It hit me that
a little sweet.
She was so impressed with Kim's music and the lyrics. I've listened to the CD, so I know the sexually explicit lyrics. My 14-year-old son gave me the tape and told me, "Here, Ma, I don't want it." But he has guidance. He has us in our life, and we're.
You see that? Look, 2-parent household. What y'all see?
Guiding him. I'm thankful for that. What about the young people? Like you say, it should be up to the music industry, the radios, to not play this music. They can pick up these tapes and these CDs anywhere. They can copy them from friends, from older kids. What about the children that don't have that guidance in their life? Somebody to tell them.
If music were to blame, we would have had a generation of drug addicts. From Elvis and the Beatles.
You're not We have a whole generation of children that are being wiped out from an AIDS epidemic.
Why can't you sing music? You just can't blame
No,
music.
I'm not saying music, honey. I'm not saying just music. Okay, right now we're talking about the sexually explicit music. I'm not just saying music. Why can't we sing songs about telling people that it's not okay to go out here and open your legs to anybody and have sex with anybody?
People do that.
Yeah.
There are plenty of records like that, but that's not, the world is not all bubblegum and candy.
No, what happened?
And if I gotta say that, I have children too.
Okay, and I want to stop it right there. Oh, super chats. My bad, y'all. Casual economist, what up though? $20 bomb said 304s are normalized now. We need a sugar-free drop. Here you go, man.
I just dedicate my whole rap style into just talking about a bitch bad. To where, it's a difference. You got bitches and you got women, you know what I'm saying? And I grew up dealing with a whole bunch of bitches. You know what I mean? So you develop a way to deal with them. And, I like to be known for the one who really gave it to him.
Thank you, Casual Economist, man. Sugar-free, though. Let's see here. Who else we got? Derek Gaines, what up, though, with $20 bomb said, in the 1920s, there was a song called Shave Them Dry. Lil Kim songs are nothing new. It's not a problem until it crosses over. I remember Richard Pryor records. Yeah, that's true. And I've heard that song before. People laugh at it to this day. So, yeah. But the reason why I wanted to stop here, and especially for that type of response, Derek Gaines, because we all understand, and I discussed this on my statistical breakdown video where I taught the course, correlation doesn't always mean that, correlation doesn't always mean causation, right? Fair to say? But let's see if we can make a correlation with this, because we hear the narrative that there's a YN apocalypse going on out here, right? We heard this, our YN epidemic. We've heard this before, but if you look at the statistics, like especially with the deletion rates, it's literally like a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of, black men that are offenders or are arrested or offenders that come to the deletions, right? So we all understand that. I think it's less than 10,000 deletions total, somewhere around there. So when people say there's a YN epidemic, I think they're talking about perception. The young dudes wearing the shiesty masks, wearing hoodies and shit like that. But the overwhelming majority of those young black men aren't committing crimes. It just is what it is. You may see a couple videos, smash and grabs, kids terrorizing neighborhoods, doing certain things or whatever. But for the overwhelming majority, they're not committing crimes. So, and that's statistically, right? But we hear it all the time. Now, correlation versus causation. With this type of music, and especially for women, talking about sex all the time, how good my vagina is, what positions that I'm gonna put a guy in, or whatever it is, what it is, right? We hear all this. So that's why I'm turning my attention towards the city girl epidemic. Is there a correlation between young women, black women in particular, having more sex and also having more child deletions? Because we know in the black community since 1973, from 1973 to 2023, I believe, black women have had 20 million child deletions. Okay? And that's factual. And also, black women, from the most recent numbers, from the 7.5% of their population, black women account for 39% of the child deletions. 39%. Okay, almost 40%. So is there a correlation between young black women listening to this type of music, talking about sex, over-sexualized, and they're going out there having more sex, getting pregnant, and getting child deletions? What do y'all think about that? Because I've heard the black community argue that rap has a lot to do with young black men committing crimes. Have y'all heard this argument before? Pretty sure you have. So let's introduce that argument for the city girl epidemic. Is there a correlation between the music and young black women having more sex, and in turn getting more STIs, STDs, and also child deletions? Something to think about, right? Let's continue.
I got a 13-year-old daughter. I got a 10-year-old daughter, and God bless me, last Tuesday I just had my first son.
Let me get this super chat. Slick Tom, $2 bomb, said young YB and young WB and young WG are highly dangerous. Who is that? Is rappers? I appreciate it, brother. Okay, Poolman said yes. Mona said yes. Yeah, it's something for us to think about. And that may be, one of the issues. They say yes. Yeah, just like I said, I'm not going to even, because, correlation, causation, how those types of arguments work. People try and dismiss them, but it is a theory. Because there's no way, I'm not sure. I mean, of course, we could do some self-reported surveys where we could see if that, we asked a pool or a population of black women to see if the music influenced them to have more sex. That could absolutely happen. So let's continue.
100%, and I teach them right from wrong. And until my daughter gets of age, she is not allowed to listen to Lil Kim. But Kim puts a parental advisory sticker on the album.
From Mr. Slater here, and then Kim, I want to come to you, and then I know you want to say something too, Davis. Go on.
It's true that we live in a sexual society. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. But we also have to take into consideration that there are degrees in that sexual society. Point blank, we are adults. We have a right to tell these young people, you are not supposed to be listening to this. There are people who can tell you her songs and don't know their multiplication tables. Our priorities are in the wrong place.
And I bet you when you was coming up, and my mother is sitting there right behind you, there were songs that her father wouldn't let her hear because in those days it was too sexually explicit for them.
What does Lil Kim have to say?
We get older, we grow, and it becomes more wide open.
Go on, Kim.
I just want to ask a question. Well, I just want to make a statement, really. You said, what about those that don't have guidance? Every child that's out there, because when I was in the streets, I looked up to somebody. That person, whoever I looked up to, always took responsibility in telling me what was right and what was wrong. But
well, Lil Kim, they obviously didn't do a good enough job if they didn't influence you to stay away from this type of stuff. As being honest, I know it's you're very successful, but they didn't do a good job of telling you what right from wrong if this is the outcome. Okay, I don't think she understands that because she is successful, and she probably shouldn't. She wouldn't even accept me saying that, but that probably wasn't the right thing. They didn't tell you the right things. Okay, so let's continue.
Even though I did what I wanted to anyway,
see it. Wait. Even though I did what I wanted to anyway.
In the streets, I looked up to somebody. It's up that person, whoever I looked up to, always took responsibility in telling me what was right and what was wrong. But even though I did what I wanted to anyway, inside of me, I knew what was right too.
So let me clear this up. Let's talk about this. I've said this in a video before. At some point, you got to stop blaming your parents for the shit that you putting out when you older. And that's a perfect example. Because every time somebody does something crazy, it's like, man, the parents didn't do a good enough job. Brother, your parents can tell you every right move to make. Just like, being a father. When your children, and this is something for the, future dads or whatever. When your children are young, dad is the superhero. Superhero, can do no wrong. Got all the answers, climb tall buildings, save cats. Dad is the superhero. We go to dad for extra ice cream and shit. He'll shield us from getting in trouble, and I'm speaking from experience. Okay. But then once those kids hit a particular time, around, teenage years, dad don't know shit. He don't know nothing. Okay. But then when they get older, they be like, well, shit, dad was right. And if they're good children, then they will come back and be like, Dad, yeah, you were right. Let me get some more advice because now I understand that you were right with what you were telling me. Okay. It's just how the cycle is, man. So at certain points, if you give all your children all the knowledge and wisdom, they get out to the real world, they get influenced by other things. And next thing you know, they terrorizing, the city and they in trouble and they go to jail. At some point, you got to cut that shit off and stop blaming the parents. Okay. Some people just turn out bad and it has nothing to do with you teaching them right from wrong. All right. And Lil Kim is a prime example of that. Okay. Let's continue.
Because
what you're doing is right.
Exactly.
What you're saying is what you're doing is right. And that's the statement.
Well, I'm not saying from where I come from, this is what I've known, this is where I've been. You know what I mean?
But when someone is looking at you, when someone is looking at you say this, when someone is looking at you do whatever you're doing, they're watching you. That's a peer that you are their peer.
Exactly, but then it goes back to what he's saying. When you was younger, someone told you not to do something and you did it anyway. When you were in the street, like you said, you were in the street, there were times when your mother did not have control over you because of the situation that your mother was going through. If that was the case, then let's say that same young person who does not have a mother who's out there working, listening to it 97, with no guidance whatsoever. That's big problems. Yeah.
Let's bring in my next guest because some people say it's censorship if we're going to start telling what Ed can play and what he can't play and what our kids can listen to. My next guest is certainly no stranger to censorship. When Tipper Gore spearheaded congressional meetings just to censor music, she got a big old hug by Tipper Gore herself. She's a freelance journalist for Entertainment Weekly and Rolling Stone magazine, and she's the lead singer of a rock and roll band called Brain Surgeons with a new CD called Box of Hammers. I'd like you to welcome Deborah Frost. Welcome, Deborah. Deborah, you're in it from every end here. Sure do. Just talk. What is your reaction to what you've heard today?
Yeah, well, I think a lot of people have really valid viewpoints. I mean, and one problem if you censor things blankly is you're just cutting it out. You're not considering the context. And that's what you've got to do. I mean, yes, sex sells. But who's buying?
Stop. Really... We've got to. I want to continue that point right after this. Sex sells, but who's buying? What can you do about sexually explicit music invading your home and influencing your kids? We'll talk about that also next. This is quite some calendar, Kim.
Matter of fact, let me show y'all something. Since we're on the topic of music, I told y'all I listen to a bunch of different types of music, right? This is one of my favorite new artists. Hold on, let me show y'all who this is. You see this black woman right here? You see her? She's on TikTok. This is Diamond Rowe. Okay? You know what type of music she makes? Metal. She's a part of a metal band. up in Seattle, I believe. She's one of my favorite young artists. I listen to metal, especially, you know, particularly in the gym. She is one of the best guitarists that I've ever heard in my life. No lie. And she did not pay me to give this endorsement or whatever. Her name is Diamond Rowe. Okay, so I listen to everything, man. So I understand that, hey, man, we have different tastes. We have different opinions on music. People have freedom of speech. But when we're talking about children, you got to step in. You got to take control of that. You got to do what you can to make sure if you don't want them listening to that music, then make sure they don't listen to it. Okay? But Diamond Rowe, yeah, I just wanted to point that out. I don't know why that brought, came to me. But, yeah, you would never expect her to make that type of music. But she's amazing. Okay? Check her out if y'all like that type of music. So, yeah, let's continue.
Tell me a bit about this calendar that you're in here.
Well, I didn't know the calendar was going to be put together, but when it was put together, I was very happy with it, and I love the calendar.
Okay. You are in some rather provocative positions and the rest, and that doesn't bother you.
No, because it was all about me being sexy and rebuilding my self-esteem from when I was young, and I had guys tell me I was.
Hey, and that's light compared to what's going on today. These women out here wearing lingerie, going to a nice restaurant, see-through and shit.
Ugly, I was this, I was that. And I'm feeling sexy. I mean, what makes me any different than Naomi Campbell, who sometimes models topless?
You see, so, and this is media training. She's like, hey, y'all didn't have a problem with Naomi Campbell half naked.
Let's get back to the censorship issue, because the statement that you made.
Can I make a quick comment
Sure,
about calendar? I would say I've seen some pinup calendar. I would say it's a pretty mild calendar for an adult pinup calendar. But
yeah, we know you done seen some white men, stuffy white men. You in there looking at brown sugar. We know the game.
For kids, I don't think it sends a...
Hey, there it is, man. That set it off. Everybody love that album cover.
right message. I think, that's the main concern here. I would also say that while Lil Kim is clothed in the calendar, certainly nothing, grossly indecent, she's striking poses.
Look at this. Look at this beautiful woman. Look at her. What'd you do, Kim?
The only difference between your calendar and a typical porn calendar is that you have your clothes on. But again, for adults, it's one thing. For children, it's a different thing.
What was that reaction? You went, oh.
Well, that was a very profound point. The only difference is that she's got her clothes on.
Not much. Not much.
Man, it's light. All right.
Advisory sticker on that.
It has a sticker on it.
Sex is a part of life. I'm saying, regardless whether it's music or not, kids is gonna learn about sex. You know what I'm saying? It's the birds and the bees. They gonna want to know how they came.
But some people are afraid if they hear music like what Lil Kim sings, they're gonna start having sex a little too soon.
Let me say one thing.
Go on, Ed.
You see that? And that's why I posed the question to you guys. You see what's going on in present day with how, free these women are. Correlation, causation. Got to look at that. All right.
Two things. First of all, I agree with Officer James Davidson. I always fight in Hot 97 all the time. I'm one of the leading people that fight for certain times of the day. I don't think certain songs should be played on the radio. I always fight about that, and I always fight to make sure the stuff that we play is as clean as possible. But when you start attacking hip-hop is nothing more than a reflection of the society in which we all grew up in, all right? For me, because I stay close to my community and I know what's going on. The next thing you know, you're going after Bugs Bunny, Rob. Bugs Bunny kicked people off a cliff. Did that make little kids run out and kick people off a cliff?
What about the Rolanda?
So you see, and once matter of fact, I'll find it.
Go on, James.
Let me say this, and I want to say thank you to Ed Lover. Since we've been doing this, he's always been out there fighting on the forefront with us. But just one difference. Bugs Bunny is, first of all, a cartoon character, and these are real-life people that young people emulate. But forget that. Just one other. Let me try one other thing. I'm not here to pick on Lil Kim again. Those calendars, these records have parental advisories on it. She's a grown adult. Adults do what you want to do. We're not targeting adults. We're talking about the children. So remember one thing, if nothing else, it takes an entire village to raise a child. I don't have children, but all the children are mine. I don't have a family like this man, but all the children are mine. We must all take an active role in raising all the children. That young man on that street corner, that's my son. That's my brother. We must all take an active role.
And what do you say?
I think parents need to take more control of what their kids are doing and be more aware. And I also think it's hypocritical of us to just blame like Lil Kim or producers of songs. I mean, there's a demand for it, and if you don't like it, don't buy it.
There's
She's
also
not going to make a song that no one's going to buy.
Crack. There's a demand for drugs. Just because there's a demand, that does not make it right. Understand that. Just because there's a demand, that does not make it right. There's a demand for guns. There's a demand for crack. There's a demand for drugs. Just because there's a demand, that does not make it right.
What do you?
Man, they're conflating like a bunch of different arguments, but the term is inhibitory control, or it's moral disengagement versus moral restraint. Yeah, but the core concept is called inhibitory control or behavioral inhibition. And it's the psychological ability to suppress impulses and urges, even when exposed to violent, graphic, or anti-social stimuli. In plain terms, you can see violence without feeling compelled to do violence. So that's what the overwhelming majority of us have. Okay? So that's why we can watch the shoot 'em ups, the kill 'em ups, or whatever, and not go out there and, hey, I'm gonna go get me a, an AK-47 or something and go, yeah. So, but the people who do that are crazy. Okay. So yeah, for the normal person, you can listen and watch that stuff. So, all right.
Strong analogy. A comment from Lil Kim here. Lil Kim.
I think you're not hurting nobody. You sound good. You rap good. So do what you got to do to get paid. And don't listen to all the negative criticism.
So Lil Kim and Lil Caesar are going to debut and perform their sexy new single. You might want to hear this, so don't go away. We'll clean it up, though.
All right, so that's it. I can't watch the song because they got the actual song in there, get copyrighted. But yeah, so what do y'all think about that? I think that was a great conversation, and it still, rings true to this day. I mean, it applies to today, especially more than ever. I don't think there'll ever be some sort of censorship on the things that women or men rap about, but the correlation and causation might be there, and that's something that we probably need to ask young Black women in particular, like, hey, are you influenced to be more sexually free from this type of music, listening to women talk about sex all the time, and see what they say. And if it takes you down the rabbit hole of, sex, and that's why I got pregnant, so on and so forth. Just something to think about, man. So I think this was great. But I do have a couple more, I got some Love Connection videos queued up. So if y'all want to watch some of those, hey, stay tuned. I'm going to take a quick break. Be right back. But here's some good music from Marquise Murray. I'll be right back.
Nothing is my fault. I should have been there, but I did all again. I swear, if I fall, you can call it the end.
All right, welcome back. Let me get this queued up real quick. Get back to Love Connection. Yeah, man, love watching these old videos, man. Kim, wonder what Kim has Kim released any new music? I'll have to check that out. Let's see here. All right, Chuck Woolery, we back 2-2. All right, here we go. Love Connection.
Okay, we're back. This time, let's meet another man who chose a date from our video library. His friends call him Moochie, and he says he'd rather let the woman plan the date. Please welcome Tyrone Hicks.
Slow walking, slow talking to Tyrone. How'd you get the nickname Moochie?
Well, that's a long story. That's my son's nickname. And we opened a sporting goods store in 1978 under the name of Moochie's. And when the customers came in, they thought I was Moochie. So I got it by association.
Oh, I see. Oh, no, you don't seem like a shy.
You see them, the boots, they used to be in back then. I like, got to give me some boots.
Type, but I hear you like to act shy. Why is that?
Well, I am a shy person.
You think women find that appealing? Tell the truth.
Yes, I do. No, seriously, I think they do.
You think they really like it?
Yeah, I think they do because it kind of puts them at ease. You know, you're not all over them. You're kind of laid back, reserved, and they have no idea what you're thinking.
I see.
Yeah, that's right. Keep them guessing. That's how you do it. Be the nonchalant guy, but don't let it backfire.
Little mystery. All right, now we're going to show you a portion of the tapes that Tyrone saw. Now remember, you're going to get to vote. Now, first, there was Rosalind. She likes to swim, skate, and dance. Okay. She has a 4-year-old daughter, and here's what she looks for in a man.
He'd have to like kids.
Oh. Off the bat, hey, ready to be a stepdad. You gotta like buckaroos.
Be intelligent, and I like them athletic, good bodies.
Okay.
And like me a lot.
Next, there was Paula. Paula says most men are children at heart. She likes to be reserved on the first date, but here's what she does when the time is right.
And have your hair freshly done. Put on something that's a little bit sexy. And I find that when you're close to a person, physically, just close. You don't, don't be couch left away, but just physically close. They'll get the hint. And if
little Rosie Perez.
they don't, it's not even worth getting into.
See? She like, hey, he get the hint. Here's a good little rub. See?
Finally, you saw Desiree. Now, she says she's fun-loving, open-minded, and adventurous, and she says she knows how to treat a man.
I like giving guys gifts, taking them shopping, taking them out to dinner, sending them cards, sending them flowers. I like doing those things for guys, and I just really think that they appreciate.
Hey, you drop that woman in today's dating market, she'd be married tomorrow. She'd be married tomorrow. I know it's a gang of dudes in the chat like, hey, hold on. You know, what you mean? You like taking us out on dates, spending on us? Hey, that's cool. But guys, don't take advantage of a woman like this, because there are women out there that are very generous and they like to make sure that you're happy. But one thing you don't want to do is trying to take advantage of that. Man, do your part, reciprocate, because that is very rare. Those type of women, you tend to take care of them. So if you come across one, don't take advantage of her. Yeah, my girl gonna buy it. Don't do that. Yeah, and that's what I hate using this word, but I'm gonna use it for here. That would be considered dusty. Okay, all right. So if you get a woman like that, man, reciprocate. Don't take advantage of her. All right. So yes. Dante Bryant, $2 bomb said number 3 off the bat. Everybody said 3 already.
Now, before we find out who Tyrone chose as his date, let's see all 3 of these ladies again. First, there was Rosalind. She's a 32-year-old computer technician. Then Paula, she's 29 and a student. Finally, Desiree, she's 30 and she's a clothing designer.
What y'all think? Y'all saying 3. Everybody saying 3. Uh-oh. Let's see. See, crazy. Wow. 3. Okay.
Okay, audience, it's time to vote again. Who do you think is the best lady for Tyrone? Please make your choice right now. In a little while, we'll find out who the audience picked, but right now, let's find out who Tyrone selected. Tyrone, who's the lucky girl?
Paula.
Paula.
Which one? Hey, there you go. Little Rosie Perez.
It's a tough choice for me now. We always hear both sides, and Paula's backstage, so let's say hello to Paula Ferguson. Hi, Paula.
Hello.
How are you?
That's fine. How you doing?
I'm fine, thanks. Well, tell us what happened on your date, Tyrone.
Quite a number of things. First, I deposited some money into my checking account, and I went to write a check, and found out that through inter-branch deposits, there wasn't any money there because it wasn't transferred from one bank to the other.
Oh, no.
So I had to borrow $20 from Miss Paula Ferguson when I first.
Oh, and you're supposed to be
Did y'all hear that? He said he tried to transfer money to his account and it didn't go through, so he had to borrow money from his date. Hey, don't do that in present day, brothers. You're going to be a TikTok story. You ain't going to even make it on the date. She going to be, hey, you didn't bring no money? Well, where is it at? No, I ain't going. Next thing you know, as soon as she closed that damn door or get in her car, she is on that damn TikTok. You know, I just went on a date and this guy, he expected me to give him money. Oh, yeah. Oh, I can see it now. You're going to be famous, okay? So don't try that. Don't try that now. These women going to make you famous. You're going to be a TikTok story.
Right. I picked her up. I went to a house, and I picked her up, and she wasn't exactly ready yet, so I had to wait for a few times.
Excuse me.
Yes,
Paula.
You were half an hour late, and I wasn't going to get dressed until you showed up. Right?
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
So what happened next, Paula? What you went to dinner? Where did he take you to dinner? Or where did you take him?
Yeah, where did you take him?
I had made reservations at a restaurant in Universal, and we were half an hour late, so I called them to tell them that we would be there at 6:30, and it was Chinese food, and we really enjoyed it.
So what happened next, Paula? What'd you do? What did he do for you? Where did you go then?
We ate our food very fast because we had an 8 o'clock curtain that we had to see because we went to a play.
Oh, okay.
The opening premiere for a play in Hollywood.
How did you pay for the tickets to that?
Yeah.
That's where the money presumably went.
Oh, okay. So he paid for the tickets already. Okay, so he got ducats. He got it.
Oh. Then what'd you do after that?
She said that she'd like to take a walk on the beach, so I said, fine. I said, would you mind if I run home and get a jacket? She was kind of leery about that because, you know.
Cheap way to get her to your house.
Go home and get the jacket trick, you know.
Yeah, you sly ass, you slick ass. Hey, let's go on back to my house, girl. I got to go get a jacket. And she like, hold on, what you trying to get into? You trying to get me back to your crib? Yeah, he's a little slick. Yeah, he said he's nonchalant guy. You know, the whole jacket at the house trick. That's pretty good.
She fell for that one, boy. Like
that. So I did go home and get a jacket, and at the time I called my father and told him that I needed some money.
Cash, quick.
Right.
Come get me out of here.
Right. So I went by and got some money from him, and then we went back to a local night spot and had a couple of drinks and sat there and watched the sun come up. And
all
I guess
night.
She finally got home around about 4:30 in the morning.
Yes.
Goodness.
4:30 in the man, they was out having a time, wouldn't they? 4:30 in the morning.
So you guys had a great time.
Great
didn't you?
time.
Yes, we did.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Really nice.
Yeah. You must be kind of anxious to see who the audience selected.
Yes, that would be
So am I. Let's take a look and see. You look right up here.
Oh, no.
Oh, they did pick number 3. Look at that. Like you guys said, that one she was ready to spin it.
Oh, the audience picked Desiree with 42%.
Wow.
She's not happy about that.
No.
Like,
listen, we picked up the tab for the first date. I have to say this now. If you want to follow our audience's advice and take Desiree out, we'll be happy to pick up the tab. What do you think?
No, I think I'm going to take out Paula over $20.
Okay. Is that okay with you, Paul? Well, come on out here.
Yeah,
Get your money.
Look at this pretty woman. Look at this. See that? See what she did? She even, put the, took the makeup off of his mouth. Oh goodness, I love it. See, this little things like that, man.
Wait, he's got something for you. Okay, folks, just so you can see it, he actually
He
paid
gave her the money. He gave her. Hey, that's a cold brother. I like him, man. That's good. He gave her the money. Yeah.
See, I had mentioned sometimes that couples are attractive. And don't you think they're an attractive couple?
A beautiful couple. Look at this. Look at this. Beautiful couple, man. My goodness.
Thanks for being on the show. We have a nice gift for both of you. Enjoyed having you very, very much. Let us know. Stay in touch. Let us know how things go. Yeah. That's our show for today. And tomorrow we'll be back with more singles trying to make a love connection. I'm Chuck Woolery, and we'll see you.
Oh, man, that was a great one. It started off a little rocky, but they worked it out, man. That was cold, man. That was good. Beautiful couple, man. Wonder if they married with buckaroos running around. Let's just get the next one. Hold on. We got another one. Got two more. Man, I can go through these all night, man. This is inspiring. Hopefully this is inspiring to you all. The single folks out there, man. Let's see here. Here we go.
Now, to begin with, we're going to meet a woman who selected a date from our video library. She says she's very talkative. She also says that women are always in competition.
That's the second dental assistant that we've seen. Okay, 21.
Competition with each other. And most of the men she meets are duds. Please welcome Audrey Durs.
Oh, man.
Do you really think that most men are duds?
Most men aren't duds, but the ones I tend to date tend to end that.
I think she could have did her hair a little bit better, even for back in the day. But I do like the natural, but she could have did something to it, style it a little bit. I don't know. But you know what I noticed? Like, since we've been doing these reviews of Love Connection, have you seen any plus-size women on these shows yet? Every woman that's been on here has been in shape. Is that fair to say? Man, what happened?
That way after a few minutes of the date, but I have to go along with it to get out of it at the end.
So most of them turn out to be duds, is what you're saying. That you
A lot.
What do you think is a dud? What's your idea of a dud?
My idea of a dud is a date that doesn't go the way I want it to go.
Oh.
So when I don't like it, it's not good. So it's boring and duddy.
So it's not necessarily the guy that's a dud. It could be the date that's a dud, but he's the reason that it's a dud.
Yeah. You got it. You got it.
You say like a guy that's built like a linebacker.
Yeah.
That's what you said.
Yeah, you're right.
What do you mean? In what way? Built like a linebacker?
A linebacker. The bodies, you can just look at them and just like daze. You can just look at them.
See, that's two women that just said they like a dude with a nice body. You don't listen to these people. Yeah, you need to have a belly. Okay, she got a belly too.
I can like daze because like.
What do you like about him so much?
The form and they're there and they're distinctive and you can't miss them.
The form, they're there. What is this?
Their appearance.
What are they?
That's my talking with my hand.
Oh. That was something you were trying to describe to me.
No, that's me talking with my hand.
Well, let's take a look at the men that Audrey had to choose from. Now, audience, watch closely because we're going to ask you to pick the man that you think's best for her. First there was Bruce. Bruce is a boxer now, but he wants to go into law enforcement. He enjoys the ballet. He says that women they usually get their way.
Do we know him? Kind of look like Ike Turner, but he's a boxer.
They want what they want, and it's like they'll do things, butter you up to get it and everything. They get what they want also. They have their ways,
Next, there was Tim. Tim likes to write poetry. He says sometimes he's quiet and sometimes he's extroverted, and here's the type of woman that he prefers.
Okay.
Aggressive women are actually refreshing, because a lot of times women will be so demure, they're just like withdrawn, and you're trying to bring them out, but aggressive women, they come out on their own.
Okay. And finally, you watched Vincent. Now, Vincent loves to party. He's looking for a woman who will spoil him, and here's how he likes to break the ice.
Man, before I seen Vincent's profession, I would have thought that he sell barbecue. I don't know why that popped in my head. He got that, the shine on his forehead like he sell barbecue. He got his own barbecue shop, and he makes great barbecue. That's what Vincent looked like.
We'll walk over to her and maybe make a comment about her bust, funny comment, or
about her bust. Hey, hold on, man. Wait, Shag.
just a funny joke in general. Just take it from there, See how she comes off after that, and I sort of pick up vibes. I have ESP.
Anyway, Audrey selected one of those men as her date. We're going to show you all three men again before you vote. First, there was Bruce. He's a prize fighter, and he's 25. Then Tim. He's also 25. He's in medical sales. And finally, Vincent. He works in a warehouse, and he's 26. Okay, audience.
What y'all think? Who we going with? Boxer, shy guy, and barbecue pit.
It's time for your voting machines. You've met Audrey. You've seen her choices. Please make your choice now. Okay, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll meet the man that Audrey selected. We're going to hear everything that happened on their date, and we're going to do that in just a minute. Stay with us. In a little while, we're going to find out who the audience picked, but right now, let's find out who Audrey selected. Audrey, who's the lucky guy?
I picked Tim. He was great.
Tim Hutchison.
Tim, okay.
All right. What attracted you to Tim?
Tim was Mr. Personality, and I'm Mrs. Personality, so we just got along really great.
Mr. and Mrs. Personality. Okay. We always hear from both sides. Tim's backstage. Let's say hello to Tim Hutchinson. Hi, Tim.
Hi, Chuck.
How are you?
Good, how are you doing?
Tim, were you nervous at all about the date?
Yes, I was very nervous.
Why?
Well, I've never been on a blind date before.
Never?
No, I always find out what I'm in for. As a matter of fact, I even tried to meet her beforehand, but she wouldn't allow that.
No, she did.
No way, huh? Where'd you go on your date, Audrey?
We went out to dinner, and then went to the Comedy Store for some comedy. And then the big part, we went to the hot tubs. It was really nice, hot tubs. But in the process of me, somehow he managed to get locked out of the room.
They went to the hot tub. Okay, hot tub. Make sweat. Dante Bryant, $5 bomb, said, I went with sometimes I rhyme slow, sometimes I rhyme quick. Okay. Appreciate that, man. Yo, hey, went to the hot tub. Okay.
Of the place.
No, she locked me out, actually. Actually, it's interesting because there aren't separate rooms. So you have to change in the same room. Change
in the same
swimsuit.
room.
Yeah. So being the gentleman that I am, I offered to walk out and let her change, and I think she locked me out when I left. I think she got cold feet. So
you did get in.
Yes. I required me to call the attendant, but I did get in. We got a movie. It's called Flashdance, and she really wanted to see that.
Did you watch the light?
We watched the movie and we played a game at the same time.
Played a game?
In the water. We played a game called
What kind of game did you play?
Touch and Feel, Audrey.
Wait! Hold. Lady, she said they played a game called Touch and Feel on. That's why you lured that man into that hot tub so you can sneak a feel. So you can cop a feel. Yeah. Yeah, that's why your hair looked like that. That steam. You was in there trying to feel. Yeah, got your ass. You lured that man in there into your web. That's why you wearing black. Black Widow. I know you did it. You did it. Brody C went up to $5 bar saying GTD got the draws. She lured that man into that damn web of sneaking. Let's go back. We heard you talking. We played a little game.
What kind of game did you play?
Touch and feel, Audrey.
Touch and feel. Yes. Chuck, like, hold on, little lady.
It's her idea. That was totally.
It was her idea.
Her idea.
She did it. She lured that upstanding gentleman in that damn hot tub so she could get a little feel on.
I had nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
After the hour was up, it was time for us to leave. So
don't just skip right past it. What did you feel on?
We got dressed, but we had to get dressed in the sauna that they had in there. Now I thought the sauna had a mirror that you can see outside, but you couldn't see in. But so I went in the sauna to get dressed, but I figured he'd see me in my swimsuit, so what the heck, underwear won't make any difference. So I don't think he was looking because he's such a gentleman.
Yeah,
see, and she get naked in front of him.
He probably wasn't 8'10".
No, I wasn't looking. As a matter of fact, she was teasing me though.
I was not teasing you.
How'd the date end?
The date ended by us going home. Me to my house.
Wait, what you mean us? Yeah.
Great date.
No, he took me to my house and he brought me off and we had a kiss goodnight. I don't remember the kiss goodnight.
You don't? Tim, do you remember the kiss goodnight?
Yes, I do. It was my special kiss. It's
your special kiss that everybody remembers.
Everybody
right?
remembers. I did remember the kiss.
Well, is Audrey a good kisser? Do you remember hers?
Yes, she's very good. Very good kisser. I meant to talk about that this evening.
Oh, good. I'm kind of anxious to see who the audience voted for. Let's take a look and see,
I'm anxious too, audience.
Let's see.
All right. Take a look right up here, and you're going to see it. 56%. Now, if you want to follow our audience's advice, we'll be happy to pick up the tab for another date. If you'd like to go out with Tim.
I'm going to go for it.
Would you like to do that?
Yeah.
Tim, is that all right with you?
Sounds good. Sounds real good.
Come on out and join us on stage here, Tim.
Stand up, brother. Right. Well, now, I've watched enough football and stuff to know what linebackers look like, and I played a little bit. Tim's not built like a linebacker.
Tim's my tennis player. He's my tennis player.
Oh.
Actually, I was a split end, and we're the guys that run past the linebackers.
A split end. I haven't heard that in a while. They got rid of that position, right? Split end, flanker, all that football. A split end. Okay.
Well, I won't get into that. Listen, we have a nice gift for both of you. Thanks for coming on the show and sharing your date with us. Okay? Good luck on your next date.
Great. Thanks.
We're going to come back with another couple right in a minute. Okay?
That was good. That was a good one too, man. That was funny. She was ready to get to it. She lured that man into the damn hot tub. So you can, cop a feel. You're trying to, you're handsy. Yeah, we know you. Oh man, pretty woman, man. All right, this is the last one. Here we go. I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and enjoy y'all weekend. I have fun with these. Here we go. One more again. Come on, Chuck. Let's see here. Let me get this going. Yeah, trying to lure that man in. All right.
Well, let's meet a woman who chose a date from our video library. She's from Florida. She likes to cook, bowl, and go dancing. Okay. She says she's a modern-day woman with old-fashioned values.
Modern-day woman. See, casual economist, $2 bomb said, wow, I got VHS tape with both them on it. Oh, okay, cool. Man, see, you got all the good ones. Okay. Thank you, brother.
Please welcome Della Nixon.
The pretty woman. Oh, goodness. She's kind of dressed like Coming to America, like Lisa. Wouldn't Lisa dress like this? Remember that?
Della, how are you?
Fine.
Good. Come sit down right here.
Goodness. The stockings.
Yeah. What are those? What are the old-fashioned values, Della?
Well, I wouldn't dream of living with the guy. I think if I lived with the man first, I'd feel awfully cheated.
Have you found it kind of hard to meet the right man?
Yeah, because most of the guys my age are already married, and I have no intentions of being a lover to a married man or anything like that.
Have you found a lot of married men who would like to have that situation?
Oh, yes. Everybody's looking for a little playmate nowadays.
Uh-oh. Trying to get it to be a sneaky link.
Have you ever been close to getting married in your life?
Yes, once. The guy cheated on me when I was out of town, and so I decided to break off the engagement because I don't want to go into a marriage with the idea that, oh, if I get a divorce, it's okay, everybody's getting a divorce.
Okay, we know a little about you. Let's take a look at the men that Della had to choose from. Watch very closely because you're going to get to vote again. First there was Donald. Now, Donald's from St. Paul.
Here we go.
He's been divorced for 12 years. He likes to hunt and play tennis. Let's hear more about him right now.
I'm a very sensitive, affectionate guy, always holding hands, always touching. I enjoy a woman who is also affectionate, you know, and never lets you know that she wants you. I like the mental challenge of a sexual relationship.
Like to play the game.
I like to have my mind made love to first.
Oh.
Okay, next there was Harold. Now, Harold's from St. Louis. He loves to skate. He loves to skate indoors, as a matter of fact. He loves to party, and sometimes he finds it his dates at the laundromat.
If someone is appealing or someone that you're interested in, first thing you do is watch the clothes and make sure that there's no gentleman clothes involved.
Oh.
And then you can feel a little bit more comfortable about approaching.
Okay, and finally you watch Toy. Now, he's from Michigan. He likes to play practical jokes. He says women were placed here on Earth to drive men mad.
Toy? Is that his real name?
Just like this.
I don't like the type of young lady that will say, chase me, chase me, chase me. Now get away, get away, get away, get away. I prefer her to, if she feel the urge, to go for it.
Okay. Wait, I got some super chats. My bad. $2 super chat said imaginary playmates. Oh, yeah. Imaginary players. That's my song. Cardi B actually did a good job with her rendition of it, but of course I like Jay-Z's better. Let's see here. See, I'm gonna say PA $10 bomb. It said everything was different back then, less tech, but people were better back then, in my opinion. They were more sociable, I guess. You know, it's more social climate back in the day. I know, you know, social media allows us to, you know, link with people from all over the world, but it still wasn't that connection. It's still not that connection like back then. So I agree. All right, let's get to it.
Okay, now before we find out who Della chose as her date, let's see all three men once again. First there was Donald. He's 35 years old and in marketing. Then there's Harold. He's a systems analyst. He's 30. Finally, Toy, who's a 27-year-old student.
All right, which one y'all think? Who winning? Who get what? 1, 2, or 3? Let's see. Here we go.
Okay, audience, it's time to vote again. Please make your choice now. All right, the audience has voted. Let's find out who Della selected. Okay, Della, who'd you pick?
I picked Toy.
You picked Toy.
That's for 3, okay.
Nice looking young man. Now, Toy's backstage. Let's say hello to Toy Snipes. Hi, Toy.
How you doing, Chuck?
I'm fine, thanks. I've got to ask you, is Toy your name or is it your nickname?
No way, it's not my nickname. It's my real name.
That's your real name?
Yeah.
Spelled T-O-Y.
Right, T-O-Y. I got it from my father. It's his middle name. And you'll hear something really funny. I have a sister named Melvin.
What'd you think?
What? Why is your sister named Melvin? Melvin in the Blue Notes?
First saw Della.
Well, I thought that she was very beautiful, a tall young lady, somewhere between a combination of Jane Kennedy and a Smurf.
Jane
And a
Kennedy Smurf?
Yes, you know this cute little cartoon character?
Yeah.
Well, she's right between both.
Do you mind that? Is that okay for you?
Oh, that's gorgeous. That sounds coldy.
Of course you are.
You're so sweet, man.
Tell us about your date, Della.
Well, I decided to be a little bit late because Toy said the women are here to drive men crazy, so I thought I'd take advantage of that.
You sure did.
And we went shopping at a shopping mall. He held hands and things like that, and that was very nice and romantic. And he was introducing me to people and telling them that I was his wife. And he took me to meet his mother at church.
Really?
And that was really nice. She paid me compliments and a lot of her friends. We had a lot of fun doing that.
Do you usually
Man, so he took her to his mom's church. Oh, that's pretty cool.
take your first dates to meet your mom?
Well, not really, but I felt that Stella's exception. I wanted Mom to meet her, and Mom really liked her, and we sort of got stuck in church.
Okay, what happened next now?
We'll hear
I
this
thought
word.
that was really funny. We went out to dinner. That's when I found out how, that we really had a sharing relationship because he cut up my meat for me.
See, the reason I cut up her meat is because my father told me one thing. He said, never trust a woman with a knife. She was too close to me.
Yeah, you gotta watch that. That's good. That's a good one, man. I'm gonna use it because I just talked about that. When I'm out, when we go out to eat, yeah, I cut my wife's meat. She wants me to cut her meat, so I cut her meat when we're at dinner. So yeah, so I don't. That's funny. Like I never thought that was something different. Like she likes that. So yeah, but yeah, that may be the reason why I'm doing that subconsciously. I don't know. So you hear that? That's pretty good.
And I wanted to show her that I was pretty much of a gentleman.
What happened next?
Well, we talked. I realized that we had a lot of things in
Oh, I gotta say pause. Pause. Cutting meat. Yeah, that's pause. That's funny. Pause.
common. We talked about raising children, and Toy put his ring on my finger.
I did?
Yes, he did.
You talked about raising children already? I mean,
Yes.
this is just the first date. You met mother, you're talking about raising children, you're trying rings on? Good night.
I really like your earlobes.
They gotta be married.
Most of all.
You like your earlobe? Yeah. What do you mean by that?
I'm sort of an earlobe freak, and I see she hasn't hidden from me today, but I'm going to change that hopefully if she
That's
lets
right.
she go out with me again. I sat across the table looking at her, and my lips just kept going out, I just wanted to just reach across the table, but then again I remember that knife sitting there again.
He's funny.
How'd this date end, Della?
In with us talking, and I told him that not to worry about anything, that I really liked him, and that he was an endangered species, but I was going to take good care of him.
Oh, she's so sweet.
I think you guys got along really well.
Yeah, we had a great time.
Let's see who the audience voted for, too. They did.
Okay,
37%.
good.
It was a real close toy. A couple of points away, but you won it. 37%. We paid for the first date. If you want to follow our audience's advice and go out with Toy again, we'll pay for the second date.
The audience is very smart, and I'm going to go out with Toy again.
Yeah, Toy, is that okay with you?
They like each other. That's a Paul brother. I like that jacket.
Well, while Toy's chewing on her earlobes,
Starting to get that ear.
you guys are a handsome couple,
Yes.
by the way, aren't they? Don't they look
Hey,
nice?
look at how they're sitting, guys. Look at this and look at the smile on her face. They seem like a couple. They had to be married still, man. This is absolutely amazing. Look at that. Goodness.
Really good. You guys have already talked about marriage and kids and everything else. What's the next step here?
Just getting to know each other a lot better, finding out all the other little things about each other.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Since we're going out on a date again, I think we're going to really get to know each other.
Toy!
Don't forget Mom's at home.
Oh, yeah.
We have a nice gift for both of you. Thank you so much for being on the show. We're going to come right back with
so
another couple in
sweet.
just a minute. Stay with us.
Man, that was a good one too. Man, boy. Hopefully this gives y'all something to look forward to, man. I'm trying to help y'all as much as possible. Single folks, I'm trying to help, man. Give you some motivation. This is how dating should look. That was pretty cool. I enjoyed that, man. My goodness. Hey, Dante Bryan, my guy, $2 bomb said, I like ears. I like ears too. So you with Toy. Wow. Hey, THPP Network, what up, though? $4.99 Bobs and one love, my G. What up, though? Shout out to y'all brothers out there, man, doing your thing. The best edited videos in the land. Man, thank you for stopping by, man. Greatly appreciate the support, as always, brother. And Erroneous E, $5 bomb said she was a modern woman, seemed traditional to me. Yeah, very traditional. Said she's going to take good care of them and everything. So hopefully this gives y'all some motivation or something to look forward to. If you start to see signs like this that you see on Love Connection from the 80s, then that's a good sign in present day. Because I know it's tough out here, and I'm just trying to keep your spirits up with these types of videos. So don't get discouraged too much, man. There's still love out there for y'all if that's what you're looking for. Okay? So I'm going to let y'all enjoy y'all weekend. This was a fun show. As always, man, I love doing these Friday shows. I get to relax. Y'all get to relax. And we just have some fun, man. So hopefully you enjoyed the show. I'm going to leave y'all with, let's do the 90s ladies. I'll let the 90s ladies cook while we get out of here. Let me see if I can find it. If I still, I do. What, 90s, 2000s? I think some 2000s and 80s in there. Yeah, that'll work. But y'all be safe out there. Enjoy your weekend. You know, don't drink too much. Drink in moderation. Don't drink and drive. Be safe. Wear condoms. Protect yourselves. Do what you need to do. But above all else, man, have fun. But just be mindful. Be safe. Okay? Be back next week. I should be. I got work, and I should be back next week. All right? So until then, Media Men out. Peace. God bless y'all. Thank y'all.
I'm on a quest to make you mine, and I just can't stop swinging, 'cause you're so fine, and I gotta do it, got to go through it. Hey, you're so fine. On the real though, could you be mine? Your pretty brown eyes are driving me wild, babe. On the real, could you be mine? 'Cause I'm on a quest to make you mine, and I just can't stop swinging, 'cause you're so fine, and I gotta do it, got to go through it. Hey, you're so fine. On the real though, could you be mine? Your pretty brown eyes are driving me wild, babe. On the real, could you be mine? Fine, 'cause I'm on a quest to make you mine, and I just can't stop swinging, 'cause you're so fine, and